All right, welcome back, everybody. It's lovely to have you all here for another session of Rusthenge. Looks like everyone has returned, and thus you masochists will be more than happy to find whatever is going on here in the Iron Harbor. Now, this is the first session back, so we're gonna do something that maybe you guys haven't seen before, or I know you guys couldn't have seen this coming, but I was wondering if anyone would like to give me a recap of the previous session so that we can all get back into the idea and the things that happened, the creatures that you fought, and the conversations that you had, and why you're here and maybe what you plan to seek out. The reward for doing so, which, again, it isn't required for you all to do this. If you don't, I will do the recap myself and we'll move on as usual. But if someone is taking great notes and wants to give us a little recap, I'll give them either a free hero point, which is essentially a reroll during this session, or I'll let you have an extra d6 to use on any d20 roll to add 1 to 6 to anything. And that will be, you can choose after you see the result. You don't need to add it beforehand. After that, I'm going to ask a role-playing question for the party, and anyone can roll to take that question and answer it in character, and doing so allows you to gain a d4. You then can ask any NPC you've met along the way, or another party member how they would answer this question. All right. Does anybody, that going forward, want to take the recap? If so, roll me a d20, and whoever rolls the highest may recap. Going once, going twice, and going thrice. Well, Darby. Looks like your propaganda in this group will have more than enough ways to show itself, huh?
We'll see.
By all means, take it away, Corin.
Welcome back. It's Cornwilla here in future Spellblade Extraordinaire. And, the last few days, actually the last hours, have been troubling. Our poor town of Osprey, has gotten into some sort of possible scandal. Some priest watched up on our beach and poor fellow was dead. Shot full of arrows and his armor rusting. Really spooked the elders. Something fierce. And it seemed the only other place it could come was maybe our nearby town of Iron Harbor. And, Elder Udry wanted to take him, take him back to where he came from. And, seemed like an adventure, so I was down. Of course, we needed a guide, so we enlisted the help of Miss in the Morning, the best tracker in town. The running the ways and maybe speak with the priesthood that this cleric was from, that we noticed from his emblem. We got a Hagus, also a cleric of Grimmite society. Udry brought along her assistant, Fandrick, who, takes good notes and well-mannered. And, and of course, we have, Mr. Corey, who is a highly respected member of our town. Used to be an adventurer. Trained with the guards or something like that, I hear. So, there's 6 of us set out and with the elder, and we're going to bring the body some closer. And, we got about, few miles into our journey when we ran across a boat. Some kind of rowboat. But it seems like maybe a small child was stuck underneath. Hayes just went to go check it out with Mr. Corey, and, well, it wasn't a child. It was some sort of crab monster, a reef crawl. Thing really struck Hayes just right across the mouth, I think, and staggered him, and before we could put down the creature, and we thought it was over, and no, we could still hear the child. We heard laughter, and, well, I should have known. It was from a flying goblin. Little sneaky bastard. And it was flying up ahead, making fun of us all, and, well, we shot some arrows and some flame blasts and some munitions all went flying its way. We almost scared it off when Hayes was able to deliver the final blow, roasting that little critter. And, well, that was that. No child, just a trick from some devious monster trying to take a lair of another monster. And proceeding, we made it to the bridge, the official bridge, the separation of Osprey and Iron Harbor. We passed this, you're no longer in, well, home territory. Except the bridge was out. Either destroyed in the storm or sabotaged. Mr. Corey thought an excellent idea of bringing down the boat around, using it as kind of a balance beam to cross the bridge, and that was an excellent idea. So I helped with Hages, and we brought it over, and we set it all up, and everyone just kind of came right across. We didn't have too many issues that I can remember of. And then we headed on our way. Round the bend and down the cove we go. A few of them found like a small, I don't know, it was like a cave or something, and we're checking that out, and it seemed kind of like a distraction. We had a task to do. We needed to hurry on to Iron Harbor, and I was getting impatient, and I turned back to see if they were coming, and all of a sudden arrows were getting shot at me. From more goblins! Well, this one was a little strange looking goblin. It was kind of like it was kind of pale and greenish. But, I mean, goblins are pale and green, I thought. Then a whole bunch of centipedes came rushing down this hill right at me. And before I knew, I wasn't in danger, but Mr. Corey was in danger. She was in the thick of the things. Somehow or another climbed up that cave they found, that little passageway. Went right up to that little sneaky old goblin. And there was a mighty fight, and we dispatched the centipedes I did, and then I tried to rush up there to help Mr. Corey because, she was surrounded. But I couldn't quite see very well because I had to climb this huge cliff. It was probably 60, 70, maybe 80 feet high. By the time I got up to the top, well, Mr. Corey had dealt with everything. And everyone else was giving her a good slap in the back and congratulating her on taking the goblin hostage. Yeah. Which turned out not to be a goblin. Easy mistake, I guess. Hayes just wanted to interrogate them, so I believe them and Faindrake, who really diligent at taking notes and the happenings of what we were getting onto our quest. As a scribe of Osprey, was in their right. Well, they did talk to this creature, and well, what did they learn? That it's been here and it's been attacking people, and that was probably what attacked our or man that got shot, but probably not what did the weird armor resting thing, or poisoned him maybe. But there was poison with this not goblin, but not the right type, I don't think. He just didn't want us to harm the creature since it surrendered, forcefully surrendered. So they tied him up and they took all their weapons and we left it. To not die, of course. I mean, it'll probably break free of its little bonds we situated. So, with that behind us, we just a few hours away from Iron Harbor. And as we got into Iron Harbor, and there was these, like, I don't know, abandoned homes or something off by the coast. Really nice homes, really big ones. But they looked a little worn. And there was some guy, I think, walking down the road. And he went down towards the houses. I guess he owns them. Must be one of those rich folks. We got right in town, and before we could get very far, some of their own guards showed up. Well, I thought they were guards. They turned out to be part of the temple. And they said the man who died, he's been sick, and that he had wandered off. Lady was really forceful about it, and it wanted Elder Ordery to come to the temple to, like, discuss it all and communicate, and we weren't really sure about actually having the Elder leave, and Vandrick, well, they wanted to go too, as the assistant of the Elder, and, well, they had to be talked down. But, I mean, it made sense to them to go along. Well, the Elder seems like she wants us to... I mean, she told me to stay out of trouble, but she said it in a way to, like, find out what's going on, which usually means getting in trouble. So we're going to, we're going to look around. We got like a tavern to look at, and I think Miss in the Morning spotted something way out there in the bay to maybe go check out. And there's these ships that came in from New Thessalonia. So we might go talk to them, see what's going on.
Thank you so much, Corin. Your mind works in such wonderful ways. I see you're keeping up the propaganda recaps very well. You can have a hero point or a d6. What would you like?
I'll take the hero point this time.
Alright, sounds good. Listen, history is written by the person who tells it, right? Would you like to answer the recap question, anybody? I've got this popping up right now. Let's see. The first roleplay question of this campaign. Oh. That one's fun. Actually, that's maybe not a first. That's not a first session one. That one was, what's your character's deepest insecurity? I think that's I think that's
Man, a little heavy.
How can I hurt you the most?
It's all good. All right, that's going to be... What are your character's hobbies and interests outside of your class? This is an opportunity for each of you to tell me, what did your character do around Osprey Cove? What does your character like to do? Anybody would like to answer this question can roll me a d20. You'll get a free 1d4 to use.
Oh no.
Halish, you're rolling secret.
I guess I can't roll secret and lose. That's not good.
All right. Looks like it's going to be Itzel. Itzel, what would you say your character's hobbies and interests are outside of being a fighter?
Fishing! She's a fisherwoman. This was an easy layup for me. That's literally her job. She loves fishing and fish. If it existed, she would be a marine biologist of some sort, probably. She loves Osprey Cove is by the sea, right? That's
It is.
correct.
It is
It's
a.
not a freshwater.
It is. It is on a sea. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else that your character has interest in doing besides fishing?
Um. Hmm. I feel like she's sort of a she doesn't have room in her life for a lot of hobbies, but I think she also enjoys wood carving from time to time, which she practices on her chair.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Perfect. And who would like to ask that question of as I give you your D4? This can be an NPC like Elder Ordwy, or any other party member. Could be Sister Vanda. Could be Blanton. He's dead though, so.
Yeah, what is I want to know what Corin's is.
Corin, tell me, Corin, what is a hobby outside of your Magus class? Even though it is entirely your personality, it would seem.
Well, Corn, well, he really likes when the merchants come in to Osprey because they bring, these cool books called Star Smithery. And in these books, there's wonderful pictures of these beautiful swords. And he makes a wish list of all these swords that he's going to have one day.
Not big on the words, huh? Big on the pictures in these books.
True. I can't speak those crazy languages that comes in all these books.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
They're usually in Dwarvish, so that's beyond me.
Perfect. Awesome. You can take your D4. The hero point has been given, and this is a reminder, just as we get started. Everyone has 2 hero points. Go into your character sheet. You can mark at the top of it that you're at 2 out of the 3 hero points. The last thing I'm going to note, Phaedrith, are you there?
Yeah.
All right. In the actors tab, you should see the party in a folder, right? There's a little page that says open sheet. Do you see it? It's right beside
No.
where it says the party on the left side of the little page. If you crack that open, you'll actually see a party overview if you wanted to look at it anytime. See what the party's good
nice.
at, their pronouns. There's also in the stash a party stash. If you ever have items that you guys don't know what to do with or want to keep open to the party, you can drag anything from your sheet in your inventory into the party stash, and people can take and bring it out as much as they want. Sound good?
Yippee. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right, I'm gonna bring us into it then. All right. Iron Harbor. A wonderful, wonderful place. The village stretches across a wide but shallow harbor running east to west, boxed in by its stony peninsulas. Portions of the eastern peninsula are above water during low tide, leaving a western opening it would seem as an only reliable way in and out of the harbor. As you sit here, looking around the village. This village sports only a single slip shipyard and dry dock with supporting workshops. Most of the buildings around you all are plain-looking, single-story stone structures with wood shingled roofs, and they're a mix of simple homes, workshops, general stores, smoking houses for fish, which you would seem is the, of course, primary food source of the town. In the town itself, however, as you look around, there are two strange, I would say, unusual-looking buildings, which is a large red-roofed building on the west side just to the south of you, and, of course, the massive dry dock area. These two stand out from the rest of the buildings, save, of course, for the massive Temple of Gorum, which sits behind a massive iron fence that is clearly locked. Not only is the fence large and imposing, it is covered, top to bottom, in sharp metal spikes, inviting anyone who wishes to test their flesh against climbing it. The door is the gate of this temple, closed shut to the sound of stone, wood, and iron. And as you see the last of Elder Ordui as she gives you all a wave from the distance, and the hand on her shoulder of Sister Vanda, greatsword on her back, helping Ordui through the gate and closing and locking it behind her, you all are left under the cloudy, stormy sky of Iron Harbor. You have time. Distraction by Elder Ordui, who pressed upon you all to figure out what is going on, to ask questions, to keep an eye out, to find somewhere to stay for the night, to look around the village, and above all, to be discreet. And as you all stand here, together, alone, with eyes peering out at you from the various homes, tell me, what do you do?
Phaedrith? What do we do now?
Well, hard to say. We could start pretty much anywhere. My bet's on the houses back on the trail with the lone man. Might be easier to be away from the crowd for a bit.
Okay.
That's a good plan.
If you guys have any better ideas, by all means.
Oh no, you're the scribe. That's an official position.
I'm just
Can't
here to
imagine
record, not to
everything.
make decisions.
Hellish, mist in the morning. Both of you stand out more than your compatriots. Hellish, you are wearing the garb of a Gormite, the mountain with the great blade severing through it, and you can see of all of the people that are standing with your party, you seem to be someone that they're gazing at, seeing you're with the party, and then turning away. Though you can't tell at a glance, these villagers are turning away in disgust, or out of understanding that you are amongst the party. And for mist in the morning, as you look around, you can see the villagers are carrying large amounts of fish, but don't seem to be fishing from this point per se. The smell of smoke comes from many of their homes, and the woodworking comes from within. The mountaintops seem mostly barren, and distantly you can see an island. Do you two have any suggestions?
I may need to get a disguise.
Oh, why's that?
People seem to be noticing me, and that may make them not want to talk to us.
Oh.
Why would they do that? I mean, you have awesome horns.
Well, I'm a Goramite, so if we are investigating the Gorams, we wouldn't want to be me around.
Oh, okay. Unless we
But,
go to the temple, right? They'll just
Yes,
let you
yes,
in?
yes.
Okay.
For me, I was muted.
It's okay.
Well, let's see. That's why Miss brought the hat, because she's used to getting stared at sometimes. So I got the big hat, covers their eyes. But I guess her suggestion would be, based on what time it is, like, is it getting late or no?
It is in the darker parts of the afternoon. You have at least an hour before dark, if not a little bit more time.
I suggest we find lodgings for the evening.
Oh, that's a
We
good
go
plan for
traipsing
anything
about.
else. Yeah.
We could warn them of the trouble we had on the road.
And so
Should we really be turning in whenever Elder Ordry is going to quote unquote negotiate?
Yeah, it shouldn't take that long, right? I mean, like, a few hours? I mean, how long can a meeting go?
I'm not sure. Not for these kind of meetings.
Phaedra,
Yes.
you do recall Sister Vanda expressed meeting this high priest of the temple, but also expressed that they were willing to give Ordwy lodging, but not you. You might suggest then that they expect her to be over at least overnight.
I'm certainly not leaving without her, so
Absolutely not.
however long it takes.
Okay. In that
It would be
case,
nice to have
then
a base of operations, as it were.
Agreed. It might be better to come at this with fresher eyes.
Horn's eyes go wide at mention of base of operations. Okay, where are we getting this base of operations?
Miss just starts walking towards the inn
Okay.
with the hat down to avoid the gazes.
So you're walking towards this red roofed building on the seaside. Okay. I assume everyone follows, if not after a small pause. Okay.
I was waiting for Corin to just say, "Hey gang, we should split up and look for clues." Immediately.
No. Phaedra's in charge. She's the scribe.
When did I become the de facto group leader?
What? I know she's
You're the
secretly a
scribe.
spy.
I'm just a scribe. I'm not the leader. I record what people do.
You see,
Corin
look
will
at
have to
your name.
think on
You look at
this.
your name tag that says scribe, and it like falls off, and it's like leader underneath it. Like, what?
No.
It's a big reveal.
Hastily glues other name tag back on. I don't want the mantle of responsibility.
Together, you walk forward towards the streets, and as you discuss with each other in quiet, hushed tones on what's to do, where to go, you see some people do take a look out at you, especially some of the fishers of the dock. But you head towards this red roof building. Simple enough. It has no bearing on the outside. It has no markings of an inn. It has no sign whatsoever. Instead, it just seems to be someone's big house. As you walk up, you can see that the door is slightly ajar. It is open, it would seem, for people to just walk in. Whether to let the air in or whatnot, it's akin immediately that it is an inviting smell. Coming from the door is the smell of baked goods, but a strange, bitter odor. One might expect outside of Iron Harbor or Osprey Cove. Those of you that have a higher intelligence or arcana lore in apothecaries would understand that it is the smell of an alchemist's shop, mixed in with the smell of baked goods. Do you enter? Do you approach?
Yes.
Or do you turn?
I'd like to go in. Pardon?
Yeah,
Very well.
just go on. There's a light rap on the door before
Okay.
opening it politely,
Okay, sounds good. You make
making sure that
you make your
Sorry, go
presence known. That's more what I was curious about, unless you guys were just quietly walking
Yeah.
inside the building.
no, definitely not sneaking into the building.
Sounds good. Walking inside,
Not yet.
you'll figure that one out soon. The smell hits you harder than usual, and yes, the better odors that you might expect in an apothecary shop is apparent. And it seems as though, along with the smell, the room's decor also is undecided about whether this wants to be a tavern, a curio shop, or an alchemist's laboratory. There are low shelves that line the walls, and they display a staggering mix of elixirs, unguents, jars of glue, fresh-baked goods, cutlery, mugs, and the occasional smoke stick or bundle of tinder twigs that are sitting all alongside each other. And yet, as you have left the sounds of Iron Harbor behind and entered inside, there's no one in here. Not apparently, but there is the sort of suggestion of a counter that lies only 2 feet off the ground at the back end of the building. There is a door that creaks open as you hear someone kind of like crack it open from the other side, but you don't see them. And you hear a voice call out as they say, "I'll be right with you in a second." Do you all wish to do anything?
You mentioned baked goods. I want to know more about that. I want to know more about the food.
You want to look around at them?
I do.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You take a look around. And though it's a bit odd to see alchemist potions and regens and unguents and glue beside pies filled with fruits, and you can see that there are berry-filled pies of all shapes and sizes. These seem to be wild berries of various kinds. Immediately it is clear to you, Phaedra, it is later in the day, and thus the pies are cold.
Man.
But many of them still mark themselves as delicious. Some of them have a bit of steam still coming from them, or at the very least are still glistening with the glaze of sugary goodness that has been drizzled over them. It seems that someone's expertise in alchemy also applies very well into drizzling, well, icing.
I want one. I want one real bad.
Is there
I'm
a
gonna-
price tag?
Phaedra is definitely gonna get as close to those pies as possible and look for a price tag because they're picking up a couple for the party in themselves.
As you begin to kind of lean forward and take a look at them, and I assume, Halish, you begin to smack your big jowls.
Yep.
Perfect. There is the very, a few moments later, the sound of someone approaching. and a skinny halfling emerges from the back room, coming out. You can see she has blonde hair that comes into a braid, bright sky blue eyes, and a slight smile on her face and an apron on, which is absolutely covered in what you can imagine to be either flour or a very dangerous flour in terms of alchemy. And you can't tell which is which as she comes out and gives you all a smile. She kind of wipes her hands of the stuff and just puts it onto the 2-foot shelf, which now comes up to her chest height and seems to be more apparent on why it's so short. And she smiles up towards you all and leans onto the side of it. Oh, you're new, ain't ya? Where you come from? You here from that fancy ship, or did another weird ship float in when I wasn't looking?
Phaedrus will very quickly, before anybody speaks, we are just passing travelers. These pies look really good. How much are they?
Just passing through. Okay. Kind of like looks around, looks at each of you. That's gonna be, let's say, silver pop. But, we don't get many visitors around here, so, she kind of like puts her hand in the air, left and right, and says, if you're wandering and a bit starved, I wouldn't mind parting with some for a discount.
Fade will look back at the party and then back at these pies and be like, you guys want one?
Itzel will nod, with a sort of serious affect.
It's a serious business.
It's serious business. Serious pies.
Mm-hmm.
How many pies are there?
Between them, you can see that there are probably 3 pies that are out and about. There are, let's see, individual slices are left. It seems some people could come in and pay for just like slices. This seems like a place that fishers like to go to get a slice during the midway through their day, in the morning, or even for dinner. Along that, you can see that there are fish-filled pies that are around, or at least baked goods that are wrapped around and dough-filled, that are kind of bite-sized, that it seems that she makes for people that are on the go. There is a plethora of food here, and I would say probably about 6 family dinners worth of baked goods, both meat or dessert alike.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know what a grouse pie is?
Yeah,
The bird.
Yeah.
bird pie.
There is
Gross pie.
Yes, there is multiple sets of those as well.
Nice.
You're here for just food?
No,
I can use a cloak.
Oh, I can do a cloak as well. You're gonna be doing some murdering along with it.
It's
Hopefully
for
not.
the rain.
No, just mysterious travelers coming into my abode. By the way, name's Elsie.
Oh, nice to meet you, Elsie.
It's nice to meet you all too. I think.
I'm Corn.
Oh, hi, Corin. She kind of leans forward. Where are you from? And brings her hand over the side of the counter to shake your hand.
Oh,
No.
I'm all the way from Mandamar.
Oh my gosh. Why are we all lying to this lady? You guys worried she's gonna like double the price if she finds
Yes, I
lost?
need these
Yes,
pies, right?
we need these.
I'm talking about staying rooms for the night.
Man,
Wow.
so you did come in on a ship then?
Ah, yes.
Really?
Miss Fur is just bristling in like agitation. All these senseless lies. It's no
Yeah. We came in some other town, small place. We had to walk over here.
She begins to. Oh, you say that? So you didn't come from
Yeah.
a ship, you walked over here.
Well, yeah, from a ship, and then we got off the ship, and then we had to walk.
So you came from a ship, and then you walked here. Why didn't you just take the ship?
We wanted to stretch our legs.
We're like a day out of anywhere.
Well, we heard some rumors. To be honest.
Rumors?
Yeah, the place we landed. They said the people next to him weren't too kind, but that's obviously a lie.
Oh, you mean the Osprey Cove fellows? Yes, no, they're a bit, bird-brained.
Oh, yeah, totally bird brain.
Yeah.
It still gives Corin like a look out of the corner of her eye.
Elsie is going to sense motive, Corin, to see if he's lying. If anyone wants to help with the bluff, you can. But if you want to leave Corin to his own bed, Corin, I'm gonna need a bluff check. That's too many lies.
I kind
That's
of want to
fine,
sense motive too.
Yeah, gonna have to roll against me. I think
Okay,
that's against my will DC.
sounds good.
'Cause
Against
I don't know what Corin's up to.
Seems so senseless.
that's gonna be a, let's see, 21.
Yeah, she would notice. That's a success for her. That Corin is
Sweating.
maybe had some white lies in there.
Yeah, white lies. So she would notice that you think that you're doing a good thing, or being kind, or not being a problem.
Oh, that's up to her.
Okay.
Definition.
Okay. You see, she kind of like pats her hands and looks around to the side and says, "Right. What kind of rumors about Osprey Cove?"
Oh, you know that they're rude. I think it's religious. They don't like Gormites.
Ah,
And since we have a lovely Gormite with us on our boat, we thought we should come here instead of stay there.
she crosses her arms and looks up at you. You think Osprey Cove is full of Gormites?
No, they said you. They said this place is.
Well, they're not wrong. There is a Gorm temple here, but we villagers, we keep out of their business. If you want, if you have business with Stoneholm, then you might as well head up the way, bang on that big old iron cage, but don't, stab yourself on it. Not for us, though.
Stab yourself on it.
Yeah, there's a
got
whole
some-
bunch of spikes on it. It's kind of a... Ugh.
Oh,
Pretty
that's
brutal.
that's kind of neat.
It's kind of neat. You can hear them clanging on their balcony every once in a while, too.
Yeah, just like they did mention like training balcony, right? That's what they do up there.
Yeah, they, it's, the whole place, it's run by Gormites. It's not my deal, but they bring a stability, they fight up on the balcony, they think the person who's best at fighting is the best person to be in charge. So maybe you'll be the new person in charge there, Mr. Ilruxi man. But frankly, it seems weird to me, but it's not my religion. Place has been quiet for the last week, though, ever since those Thessalonians showed up. Fine with me. Fewer Gormites on the street means less clanking armor, and more importantly, less noisy praying. But still, not normal for them to be shut in this long, and I swear to your God and Kaelin himself, if you pray in here, I will kick you out with my whole boot.
I see no reason to pray in here.
Good.
Oh, so now you're insulting your inn. You think your inn's not good enough to pray. Anyway.
Praying for a Gormite probably involves, drawing weapons and attacking something.
I see.
Really?
Yep. That's all I can say about that. If that's what you're here for. Sorry to disappoint. We're All your business is gonna be with Stonehome.
Oh, shucks. Well, he looks sidelongly at Phaedra.
Listen,
Oh, we need a room also. It's a long way back to the boat.
you need a room. Well, there's no one here in Iron Harbor that has rooms for.
No rooms.
No, we don't have a tavern or anything the like. And listen, sir, your name is.
Corn.
Listen, you seem just stupid enough to be from Osprey Cove. If you're from Osprey Cove, you can just tell me.
What? No, I'm not brained right there.
It still nods behind him, like, yeah. Yes.
She kind of like leans over the side and leans to the front. No, you're right. Can't be. They haven't talked to us in ages. You're too busy being stuck up and being part of a cooperative community and talking to birds or whatever. Right? Couldn't be you.
Yeah, couldn't be me.
Aha.
Us.
How about the rest of you?
Well, proper introductions. My name is Itzel. I am from Osprey Cove. I'm not gonna do this whole rigmarole with you.
That's all right. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, well, fair enough. I mean, what he said is true. We are looking into rumors around here. The people on the boat, did they do anything before they went inside, or
First,
did they just head straight in?
before we get into weird rumors and people that are in Iron Harbor, I just wanted to ask, why did you leave Osprey Cove? Did you get run out for being bad bird farmers or something?
Is that one? This isn't me being judgmental. I'm legitimately curious. What do you think happens in Osprey Cove?
Yep, bird farming.
Just
Well,
birds? No.
I do watch birds, but I don't know about farming.
You watch birds over there. That's about it.
Yes. Well, there's not much to do. They don't like me fighting.
Yeah, that sounds about
I mean,
right.
I mean, I fish. There's a lot of. Anyway, yeah. The people on the boat, if you could.
I tell you what, since you've been eyeing it like a bird, for coming clean, you can have that pie right there. You want grouse, or do you want something berry filled? Is it taboo for me to give you grouse? You know, because you're bird farmers. Do you eat birds over there? Who wants them?
Ren?
I thought she was talking to you.
Talking to everybody. She
Oh,
said that she pointed over and
Yeah.
said, for coming clean, you can have that pie since you're eyeing it up like a hawk.
Yeah, and I thought that she was referring to Ren for that, so my bad.
Both of you.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Berry pie.
You ask for the berry pie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She kind of looks over and says, you got any allergies?
Nope.
Fade will shake their head.
All right, and do you have any problems with glue in your pie?
Glue?
Yeah.
Is that a?
Is it a?
Is that a bird?
You see she pulls from her apron, clearly like a tube for drizzling icing, and it is very unsure if this is glue or icing. And she spurts a little bit over the top and then slides it over.
Glue. Like gluing things together, glue. Oh.
You should be fine.
Can I sense motive on that?
Yeah, go
Did
for
she
it.
actually put glue on the pie? Thank you.
Give me a sense motive check.
Where is sense motive? Sorry.
It's just a perception check.
Oh,
So give me
okay.
a secret perception check. You'll see it on the where perception is on your sheet on the left side. There'll be the eye.
There you go.
Thank you. She's fucking with you.
Will nod appreciatively. Glue on my pie is my favorite, so thanks. I owe you one for that.
She nods. Yeah, you do. And you're welcome to buy anything if you like.
Do we want a grouse pie as well? Just something to split up later?
Don't worry about food. I can give you food. I imagine you're all
Oh.
not the hunting type.
Well, I fish, which is a kind of hunting if you think about it.
Yeah, we got missed in the morning. Best scout in Magnamar.
That a cat spoke?
Yeah, Miss would have politely taken off their hat when they walked inside, just waiting.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
So to might understand, you do not offer lodging at this establishment.
She kind of like looks behind you guys out the door. That all depends. You say you're here for rumors? Is there something I should know about? Maybe we can help each other out. You glue my pie, I glue yours.
What? Do not glue my pie. I think at this point, Phaedrith has been quiet the whole time, still looking at the berry pie. But we'll be honest at this point. I think that is glancing at Party, glancing at Elsie. I think now is the time for honesty, maybe.
Yeah, Itzel nods approvingly.
All right. I'm not gonna lie, like out of character, I am very scattered right now. So if anybody would like to summarize for Elsie what exactly, maybe dancing around the issue just a bit, what we are after, then that would be extremely appreciated at this moment. Thank you.
Okay, no worries.
Dead guy showed up.
There we go.
There's a-
Oh God!
There's a
Alright.
dead guy that showed up.
For one, I could.
There's like a long pause.
Please,
And no one
yeah,
answered.
Red, please, before any more can be done.
Everyone.
Well, you might call us concerned neighbors.
Concerned
When a man-
neighbors.
Yeah, when a man shows up dead in our streets, covered with wounds and strange pustules, and some kind of red rust-like rash, you might find that concerning.
Yep.
Apparently, he's from Iron Harbor, was a Gormite. Not saying that's connected, but perhaps. We traveled here with our elder, whom they quickly and quietly escorted to their big, locked-up stronghold. And, yes. And then the Thessalonian ship is also concerning. Don't often see those around here.
You say he's a Goromite who showed up.
Lost a bunch of. I don't know if we didn't recognize that person. I think we talked to some elders. They didn't know him specifically, but
No, but you did get from Sister Vanda that was Brother Blanton a Goromite, and he was in Goromite gear.
Yes, then for sure. Mist is pretty straightforward.
Would you say his name to Elsie?
If it sounds like, if I sense motive, right now I want to sense motive and see how she's taking this information.
Give me a sense motive.
Yeah. Because if it seems like they're hungry for more, as in like a gossip sense, or yeah.
Okay. She does. So you could tell whenever she came in, she was very worried about you guys at the very least. Or she seemed
because a
on
bunch
edge.
of five strangers with weapons and armor.
Yes, but she didn't seem more concerned about that. She just seemed more concerned when she said if another ship came in. As you kind of like listen to her, and she's been leaning into each of your conversations, it seems as though you can tell that she is keeping a brave face up. But you can tell that she is worried about what's going on here, and is using you guys as much as you guys are using her for information.
Okay.
Blink twice if you're in danger.
Does she blink?
No, she doesn't.
That's a good question. I said, maybe, perhaps we should close the windows. It's getting a bit drafty in here.
Okay. If you're gonna move over and close the door, close some windows, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah.
Okay.
A man that our elders recognize as his name, Brother Blue. What was
Blanton.
Blanton.
Hmm.
Blanton from Scranton. No.
Okay. She leans forward, kind of like thinking for a second. She taps her chin a few times. I recognize the name. Don't know him. One of the Goramites. I've seen him around town. But since them Thessalonians showed up, he's been less around.
Was there anyone else here besides just her?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so then she'll also go into description of, we were attacked on the road.
She kind of like listens to this. You're telling her as much like about the Kindred's Crossing and all that?
Yeah, because, that's just friendly neighbor. Like, be careful if you're going to travel the roads.
She kind of like
Because
nods.
it's good duty as a ranger, too,
Yeah, she nods understanding. She kind of had one of your folk around here. Best that we've got his dry dock. Just kind of watches out for the ships, but he's not been of much use since the whole, Thessalonians came in. But I don't plan on heading the Kindred Crossing. I appreciate that. But it is concerning that there was a Darrow on the Kindred Crossing with a bolt that shot a Goramite. I'm very thrown off by that, to say the least. But in regards to that, in regards to you said rumors, troubles, sicknesses. What happened to Blanton as you've described it? There's nothing. Apart from the ship that came in a week ago and the folk in there, they were escorted to Stoneholm and shacked up. Things been fine hereabouts. No strange sickness spreading that I know about.
I want to know about her, because you said that she has a lot of food here.
There's quite
And
a bit.
she's like, she's kind of like a bakery
Mhm.
situation. Does it seem like not a lot is being sold today, or was it like a slow day?
You're not sure on like the whole thing. Are you gonna ask her that, or are you seeing?
Yeah, I do want to ask her that. Yeah,
Okay.
I just seem to have a lot of food here, and
I buy some of the fish that come around. A lot of folk can't afford the alchemical things that I can make, so I get a big deposit of gold when I do, and I put it back into the harbor, best way that I can, making delicacies and whatnot. As for the last week, no, everything's been consistent. No less, no more people than usual. It's not the people that seem to be quiet, it's the Goramites.
well, I thank you for this information. I assure you, no trouble will come back to you as we investigate more.
I appreciate that. As for your sleeping situation, I'm hoping one of these days someone will have to build a proper inn in town, but in the meantime, do you get it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a good one.
thank you. I can help you out. Here,
Gladly pay you.
if you're going to eat, yeah, I'd appreciate that. 5 silver, if you all will. Long as you need it, you can sleep on my floor. There's a table over. She kind of like ushers you guys to the largest table within the place, as it is somewhat a makeshift bakery and eatery, right? She'll take you guys to a table that you guys can all fit at and actually sit down. And she'll say,
There you go.
I'll bring out some dinner for you all, since you all seem to be starving. And I can answer any more questions you have in the meantime. And she gives you all a nod, ushers you guys to the table house, so you guys take off your gear, and she will head to the back room. leaving you guys in private for a moment to talk without her view.
What happened, guys? I thought we were doing spy stuff.
Well, spy stuff only works so much as let's say that we're not, I don't think, equipped for long-term espionage. You may be Corin, but I feel like we may drag you down, you know?
Oh. Oh, no, not at all. We were a band of heroes.
If I had that cloak, it might have gone
This
better.
raises her eyes at heroes. So.
So, was that 5 silver each of us, or?
Yeah, probably. That's
No,
usually how it
was
works.
1 silver each. I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
I already marked it off.
That's actually a really good time to kind of like actually note that right now. In Pathfinder, in Galarion, coinage goes a lot more. You might be used to doling out like 10 gold for things in Dungeons and Dragons or whatnot, but in Pathfinder, 5 silver is quite a bit of coin. 1 gold will usually buy you a longsword per se. So 5 silver would, unless she's extorting you, sound like all of you.
I see. Okay, thank you.
No worries.
Oh, silver each. Okay. Okay. Well, we've asked her what's going on. Should we ask? Looks out the window. The sailors next.
That's probably a good plan.
Yes, we'll ask her if she's seen anything strange, anything out of the ordinary, and we'll go investigate that next.
Oh, okay. And if we're not doing
As long as
spy
we have a
stuff,
roof over our heads.
I guess we don't have to get you a sword bag then, Miss. In the morning.
What did you say?
A sword bag. Don't you know what a sword bag is?
A sword bag?
Yes. Yeah, it's right. Really big baggy pants. That way you can hide your tail. It's big enough so you can hide a sword in it. I saw it in the magazine.
Do not think that will be necessary.
Either way, I do think that going to talk to the sailors is a good plan, but from the sounds of it, at least, it seems like whatever's happening isn't really affecting anyone outside of the Gormites.
Yeah, I was hoping this was a tavern. And sailors have very loud mouths when they are intoxicated. Hoping to learn a bit from that.
Order up.
We should find to see if they're congregating anywhere.
Yeah. Maybe they got to be here for some reason, right? And if they're not here in this establishment, then where could they go?
Here they hang out in bars.
Well, I don't know if there's any bars here. They don't have a tavern.
Elsie comes out with individual grouse pies for each of you. As she slides them down in front, and with a pie that Phaedrith and Halish were able to secure, and the berry one for dessert. You guys have delicious but cold grouse pies and delicious but cold berry pie for dessert. Elsie stays hovering around the table with a smile. You're looking for sailors. There's no real... I hate to tell this to you, but there's no sailors in Iron Harbor. There's no congregation here. We just have fishers. Fishers that go about their business and come back home. They don't...
What about the Thessalonian ship?
That's a new thing entirely. Things have been strange with that one, like I said. Well, that's not our people, and they've stayed in the ship the whole time. The sailors up there, they've been loud and rude, and won't let anyone come up and talk to them, or even not refusing to pay the dry dock and the harbor. Now.
Why are they here?
They're speaking with the Gormites, Corin.
Oh yeah, we definitely should talk to them.
Right, but we don't know who it belongs to. It belongs, from what I hear, it's a merchant. And he and his entourage have been spending the last week talking in Stoneholm. I don't know what they're up to, and neither does anyone, I think. But I've seen, like I said, that some of the crew is still on the ship. None of them have come in to buy anything yet, or even to get drinks, which is just rude.
That is strange, though. How long has it been here?
A week. A week today, actually.
And they haven't come down for food? That's a little bizarre.
I agree. They just fish over the side of their ship whenever they're hungry, I guess.
Mhm.
But you know, someone might have seen it. There's a local hermit. He's not actually a villager here. He's a strange one, not a citizen of the village. He keeps himself separate. But the Thessalonians might not even know that he's living out here. Means he might have had a chance to notice something more. His name's Finnick, Daryl Finnick. He squats in the abandoned manors over at the Gold's Ruin.
Oh, they're not his. How do you know who the manors belong to?
Haven't a clue.
Fair enough.
Does he like pies?
Well, I'm sure he would. He just fishes all day, as far as I'm aware. Like I said, bit of a strange one.
I'll buy one of those berry pies off of you. A gift for him.
Oh, absolutely. Excellent. And, that being said, can I ask you all something?
Go for it.
What do you plan to do?
Mind if Fade answers this one?
Go for it.
Go ahead, Salem.
Pardon?
Go ahead, Salem.
Oh no, go for it.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just... I was asking what you were saying. I said pardon.
You said for what? Go with that one.
She kind of looks over at you. Well, if you learn something from Finnick, and you learn something odd at the ship, oh, you're investigating weird rumors. You fought a darrow and centipedes and a purple-blooded reef claw. What would you do if you figured out something was weird?
Well, we put a stop to it if it's bad. Or we at least know what it is if it's benign.
Well, what do you mean put a stop to it? You mean like, you know, she makes like a weapon wielding.
I mean, as a last resort, I suppose. We're not here to cause harm. We just want to protect ourselves.
All right.
Gormites aren't known for their negotiation, though.
That's true. Well, if you ever plan to head over to Stoneholm for whatever reason, you come talk to me, all right?
All right.
Do you have some grievances you'd like to share
I do,
with the Gormites?
but it's not anything that you can help with unless you're going to actually go there. So until then,
Understood.
I'll keep it to myself.
Well, then we still have a bit of daylight.
And let me know if you have any questions about the harbor. And
A cloak.
Also, in case anyone is wondering, Mist does not eat their pie. That someone else could have their pie if they did wish.
Alish would gladly have seconds.
I think she assumed. It was already like pre-slid over towards you.
Perfect. Halish, you can reach over and just kind of devour it, I assume, in one giant bite.
Yeah.
Alright, with a massive crunch and a big gulp. Elsie will stay behind the counter for now, within
Ate the
earshot.
pie tin. Are you going to be okay? You ate the tin and everything.
Strong stomach.
Ah. All right, then. So yeah, I think we can go check out like one more place before we like maybe go to sleep, or we can just I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
No, I'm up to check out one more place.
You want to talk to the hermit? I think Randy, you're pretty interested in that, or I forget someone was.
I'd also
I
like
would
to
like
talk
to, yes.
I don't know if we should approach their ship. in
Why not?
Maybe not at the
in broad
moment.
daylight.
Mm.
Anyway.
Just some sailors.
There's got to be sailors in the dry dock, right?
You would think.
Should we flip a coin?
Yeah, we can go look.
All right, I'm flipping a coin.
Sounds good.
Heads will go to the hermit. Tails will go to the dry dock. I forget which one that is.
That's a 0.
Zero and 1. Oh, tails. That's tails. Okay.
Is it?
So dry dock.
All right. Unless there's any objections, and you guys can finish your food.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah, we don't have to.
No. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I agree with that plan. Can Fade approach Elsie really quick? Just like as an aside while everybody is talking?
Absolutely. She kind of looks up at you. Oh, she's
Okay,
a halfling.
perfect. Yeah, that's fair. Fade is this kind of tall. Fade will kind of like bob their head in apology and introduce themselves. Excuse me, by their full name, and sort of just be a little sheepish about like how obsessed they were over the pies. It was really good, thank you. But on a serious note, if you do happen to notice anything out of the ordinary, I am the scribe for our group, and if I can help with any information, then I would like to. So, by all means.
Would you like to give me a diplomacy check?
Sure, by all means. I don't know how to do that. Let's see. There it is. Roll. Bam. I don't know if it had to be secret. My bad.
Yeah, go ahead and make it a secret roll, because you won't know the result.
It kind of already happened. Sure. Bam.
Okay.
Why is it still... Wait a minute.
Oh, you
I still, like...
So, you should see that there's
I don't know
the different
how to do
ones.
it.
There, it's the I with a slash through it. You see that one?
No, it's all text.
Oh, I apologize. Where are we at here?
Public, private, blind, self.
It is blind.
I'm assuming blind?
Yes.
Okay. Bam.
Okay. She'll look up at you, and she will kind of like tip the hip for a second, and then think. Okay. But can you answer me one question?
Sure.
I ain't never met an elf. How old are you?
Oh god, this is unironically a question I've never thought about. How old would this creature be?
Totally up to you.
I have no fucking idea.
You could be 200, 300. You can be 80. You could be 50. You can...
You could be 20.
I don't...
There's so many.
I don't know. I don't know enough about like what... I don't even know enough to make an educated guess on that one, to be
A
honest.
good question, I think, is would you consider your character to be an adult yet?
Absolutely, yeah. I would say
Okay, that's
maybe
probably
on the
100
younger
bucks.
side of an adult, but very firmly like an adult. Like the equivalent of maybe mid-20s.
Mid-20s elf? Okay.
Sounds like about 100.
that's about 100 or 80, I would say.
80 to 100.
We'll just go with 100. That seems fair enough.
Okay. You would see her eyes kind of go wide, and she will nod. All right. I'll keep that in mind. You said that Blanton, that's that folk's name, he had splotches on him?
Yeah,
Yes.
as if from a rash.
Oh,
Or poison.
was
Oh, I'm not there. I'm sorry, I just got back.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
okay. I thought I got confused. Okay. Yes. Fade will nod.
You ever seen anything like that in your scribes before?
Hold on, let me look at my notes. Fade will kind of hesitate, pull out their notes, and shift through the pages. Look at it pretty pensively. I haven't seen anything I haven't seen anything exactly like this, no. They'll kind of go into detail about how it atrophied the muscles seemingly so, like, way too fast, and the skin tone changes. Could almost be confused with, like, certain kinds of venoms at first glance, but it's definitely something different. They're pretty confident about that.
Yeah, I don't know anything like that, to be honest. I've never heard of anything like that. There is one thing, though. If you do come across it again, well, it's mostly for if people go up to Rusthenge, is what I started brewing the thing for at any given time. But sickness, I made a special brew. Provided you pay for it, I'm willing to hand it out just in case you need it if there is some kind of sickness going around. And she gestures towards one of her shelves where you can see a fizzy green, pale, pink, swishing tonic.
Ooh. Fade will definitely perk up at that and quickly nod. Absolutely. Can you provide enough for me and my friends?
Yeah, it's 3 gold a pop, though.
Do I have enough for that?
I call it Elsie's Excellent Bottled Whim.
Oh, fancy name.
Thank you.
Let's see.
The Ebiv.
That's me laughing, not Phaedra. Phaedra will kind of hold it in, but just like, yes, that's good acronym. 3, 6, 9, 12. I'm just shy of everybody.
We got 20 gold between all of us.
For
See it
3
on-
each? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's
I mean,
15.
you can see how much the party has.
Yep, the
If
stash.
you open up P.
Yeah, but I don't want to take away from the party's gold. I'll just buy one for everyone except me. Fuck it.
If you're sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's all good.
Okay. She kind of moves up and she says, if you have anything, you want to trade? I mean, most people don't do much trading here in town, but I will. Hard to come across certain things, so.
How do you feel about centipede venom?
That's a real specific thing that has nothing to bear on the ones you killed, right?
Maybe.
Are we
Maybe
talking
not.
post-coagulation, distilled right from the gland? Are you going to pull out its head right here? I mean, that's unsanitary.
I don't even think I have enough room in my pockets for the entire head. Phaedra will pull out the vials that we recovered from the Dedo.
Oh, already bottled in work too. Yeah, I can take these for sure. I can think of 1,000 uses for them in my alchemy. Let's see. I can, I'll trade a dose for a bottled Vim. How about that? Oh.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
I love Discord. She looks at you and she
It's
says,
so great.
I can take a dose for a bottled Vim. 1 for 1.
Oh, perfect. And then in that case, 12 gold to cover the party, and then I'll trade a vial for me.
Okay. She will sit there. She'll take the 1, and then she will hand you bottled Vims. You want 5, right?
Yeah.
So that's 15
Enough for
gold in
everybody.
total. So knock down 12 gold off of your character sheet.
Okay. Well, wait. It would be 12 gold and then the 1 vial of poison
Yep.
or venom for. Okay, perfect.
So 12
How
gold
do I
from
do
you,
that?
and then it is a direct trade. So in your character sheet, you should see in your inventory a section for.
I figured it out.
Yeah.
Thank you. though.
And she will explain its uses and what it can be used for. You should see it in the party stash, is where I threw it. So you can, and I also pulled away your giant centipede venom already. If you want to pull
Okay, thank you.
some into inventories, you're more than welcome to, but you're able to take all 5 of them. It's 5 bulk, or 5 light bulk. If you come up to 10 light bulk, it makes 1 full 1 bulk. If that makes sense at all.
It kind of.
No worries. They're very light, but you need a hand open to use them, and it takes 1 action to drink them.
Okay. Sounds good.
Have you come back to the end of the party table?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Fade will kind of like bid them a good night after that and then come back to the party.
They will.
What did you
Yep.
say? What did you say these were for?
Hmm?
What did you say these were for?
Oh gosh, I don't know how to recount it in a.
It's fine. I'm
Quick
just trying
way.
to. I'm just trying to bridge the gap so I can ask her about the Rusthenge.
Gotcha. That's actually something I meant to ask about a little bit more. Was she saying that people were sick coming from Rusthenge, or like
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I missed it. Just if that comes up and like we're talking about, you bring him over, and then she's still around, and Mist will just be like, "You said these were for the Rusthenge. Is that the structure on that monolith? I mean, on the island,
You can see
Hmm.
that
or peninsula."
Elsie is kind of like moved over, and she's trying to like fill the gaps that the bottled Vim was in with like chalk and like small things just to make the shelves look full of things, extra glue. And she like look over and she'll say, "Oh yeah, the bunch of twisted rusty metal spires. They're left here. They say like a millennia or 4 ago. Basically useless. That works well, as I hear, as a landmark if you're heading home for the day at sea. It's on Thunderhead Isle. If you're thinking of heading up there, though, fair warning, like I said, it kind of makes some folks feel sick. That's why I kind of started making the brew. Some people are coming in saying they weren't feeling well after lingering around the isle, and well, don't recommend going up there.
Well, this is much appreciated then. Thank you for the info.
She gives you a thumbs up.
Mist will awkwardly return like a claw up. Not used to the gesture. All right then.
What would you
Let's
guys
check
like
out
to do?
that dry dock.
If you guys do want to divvy out those excellent bottled Vims, I mean, it's Phaedrus to divvy out in whatever way he wants, but...
Oh, I just thought they were like in the party stash, so whoever like they would come back to the party and just kind of like offer everybody one of them and then explain what it does.
Perfect. I will say, so the party stash is an oblong, strange, ethereal space when it comes to game terms, because it's like the party's backpack, if you will. And that means that someone is carrying the stash at all times. I'm going to assume that it is on Itzel's back, if that works for everybody.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
if something is in the stash mid-combat, you cannot access it unless you go get it from Itzel. Is how we're going to do this. So if you wish to have if you want a bottled Vim to be on your character, you need to take it from the stash. All right.
Good to know.
Looks like the only one who hasn't taken one is Halish. Halish, do you know how to grab one?
Yeah. I just, as the thing, I also have Hefty Hauler, so I might be the one carrying all the stuff.
Are you cool with that, Edsel?
Oh, go for it. Yeah.
Perfect. With Hefty Holler, you're all good then. We'll say that it's on Halish's back. All right. With food in your bellies, some questions answered and some questions raised to you all. You have finished up your food. There is plenty of stuff around here, such as small healing tonics, glue, and alchemical regions. And if you ever wish to or need something of that kind, it seems Elsie is willing to provide. You guys haven't, I don't believe, paid for your night here. You can always just bring her 5 silver whenever you need to rest. But that's all.
I took one off my sheet already, so.
Okay, sounds good.
So here, I'll adjust my coinage.
Mm-hmm. Elsie will give you guys a wave if you guys want to head outside then.
Yeah,
Yep.
back
All
into
right.
the rain.
Back into the light rain and heavy winds. All right.
And I guess we're going off to the dry docks.
Sounds good to me. All right. Quickly heading over towards the dry docks. You move about the town. Now, some of you are right. Sailors are loose-lipped people, after all. There's no good entrance into the dry dock as you move around to it. It is a massive and enclosed one where rain kind of pours off the sides of it, and you have to shield your heads as you walk underneath the rungs of it and the rims of the roof. As you duck underneath, you can see that it is empty. There is no ships in here that require serious repair, and you can see a group of shipwright and sailors / harbor folk and fishers are all talking around. And you can see that there are blueprints, or at least outer workings, of some sort of project vessel that is being worked on in here. As you look at within, you can see that there is a group of them all sitting around with small mugs of ale, drinking with each other, and recounting small stories. But as you guys begin to approach, you guys watch as they kind of hush up as they begin to notice you and jeer over with their necks that you're approaching. One of them stands up, who has short-cut hair that comes over the side of the face and down the back of his neck, but is cut on the sides. You can see that they have eyes that are deep green, and he has some stubble that goes quite a distance as it is unkempt. With a couple of calloused hands, he puts down his drink and begins to bridge the gap between you all as though you guys aren't welcome to come sit with the rest of them, but he is willing to move up towards you. What do you want? You got a ship?
That's lovely. Okay.
You guys are still figuring out
yeah.
who's the person who talks when you get talked to, huh?
Yeah. Looks like it.
Come on, you guys don't want corn to talk.
It went so well last time,
You're
though.
using that like a threat, like to us. No, Mistel's just stepping out of the rain for a moment. Is that all right?
I'll be 1 gold. You want to use my roof, you're going to have to pay for it.
Does that come with a barrel of ale?
Comes with nothing but a roof.
Alice glowers at him.
Don't you have one, Gormite? I don't need your business within this dry dock. Things have been weird enough. If you don't have a ship, go to Elsie's. Or else you're here for something else.
Fade will kind of step forward on that one. We are actually looking for more information on these weird happenings. Maybe we can resolve them.
He kind of gives you a look up and down. Are you now? Far as I'm concerned, you're the weird happening.
Fade will just kind of snort.
So, you're here to meddle with more affairs? Or what?
More affairs?
The Goramites? Next you'll be asking about the Thessalonians.
It depends. Is that part of the weird happenings that you're talking about?
It's not part of nothing that you need to know about.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of gives you a look.
Apologies if we offended you. We will be on our way. We're not welcome.
I know who you
Yeah.
are. You're from that cove, aren't you? Osprey Cove. I can sense it. You come in here expecting communal help? Like you can use anyone's roof? Hmm?
It's a neighborly
punch
thing
him?
to do. You punch him. What?
No, can I?
Can you? Oh shit! I thought you punched him.
Asking permission first.
What?
My
You want to
name's...
start a dry dock brawl with all these sailors?
Oh, let's go. I'm
You
sorry.
go
My
right ahead,
name's
Hitler. I don't care.
Birgir Frodson, the shipwright of Iron Harbor. You have anything...
Gosh, that's
you're
a mouthful.
concerned- If you have anything you want or you're here to deliver me lumber, that'll do. Other than that, I've got nothing for you. I don't need anyone messing with any affairs. I don't need any news on no Thessalonians or anything from your Osprey Cove. I just want to relax after a long day's work.
Can I offer you a pie?
No. Lord knows you did some kind of prayer over it or you fought someone for it.
Why does everyone think I'm gonna fight a pie?
If that's all, I'm going back to my drink now.
That'll probably be for the best. Fade will just kind of turn around and scrap a hoof at him and then leave.
Wow. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Don't need to cause any trouble. Just go. Just go talk to the hermit. That saves time, actually.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I was gonna inquiry, but about the hard day's work, huh? This dry dock seems to be totally empty. But anyway.
Oh no, by all means. Please do so.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, no, like literally, yeah, please do so. Fade is just
No.
like quick to temper, so
All right.
they're extricating themselves from a.
We're supposed to be subtle. It's fine. We could just go.
All right. All right. Yeah, be discreet. You're going to walk away. Sounds good. With that said and done, you go back out into the rain as it washes over you.
That didn't take any time at all. See.
Man, that guy was rude.
Yeah, what is it with people here?
Must be the glue they're putting in pies.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty
You're right.
tasty.
It might be.
Well, we got plenty of information out of him. So.
Where to?
I guess going to the hermit.
The hermit.
Das Hermit.
All right. There's like plenty of people walking around in the village, even during the rain. They seem to go about their business. But if any of you wanted to do like an activity to talk to some people to see if you can get rumors, that is actually something you can do in the mechanics of the game. Like it's a gathering rumors, you know? Asking around. It is a diplomacy check to gather information. It's a downtime activity, but you can always wait for tomorrow if you want to.
So I actually did have a question about that for Phaedrith. They do have streetwise, but as a scribe, I mean, is this a settlement that they would have frequented regularly?
No.
I don't think so.
It is
Okay.
not. This is your first time being here.
Okay. Well then, never mind. They're not exactly the most inviting-looking person to talk to random people on the street. So.
I mean, I can talk to people.
By all means.
I'll come along with you, Corin.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
scribe about it.
You can punch people.
I don't think we're trying to punch people.
Want me to cut them down
Ideally,
instead?
there's no
Split the
punching.
party. Split the party. Split.
All right. Let's try this street. Point in a random direction.
With your sword.
Yes, with my sword.
We were already here.
Well, yeah. We're looking for people to talk to.
I mean, it may also just be hard because it's raining. There's not a ton of people out.
Well, we just gotta go farther in. Like down that street. Bloom Mellow Street.
Did you make that up?
Maybe. It just comes to me every now and then. Take inspiration from Faye.
Do
I mean, some of us could go talk to the hermit, and some of us, you guys could,
you guys are more than welcome to, as a group, go gather information. Or you can head over to the hermit and get information from him before gathering information tomorrow. I don't mind. I was just offering you all a way to gather information that isn't talking to particular NPCs.
Fair enough, thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, we could probably. What else could we? I mean, we got this circle too. We could just go figure out what's happening. We gotta go, Mike. Maybe if the stuck-up lady's not there, they'll let us in.
Will they let you in?
Well, maybe you get in, and then, like, when they're not looking, you throw a rope down to us.
I don't have my rope anymore.
Oh, that's okay. I got mine. You can have mine.
Imagine there's a trade request coming through right now.
Yeah, that's funny. We're stuck.
I see Hellish has voted to go see the hermit and then go to the general public tomorrow. But continue.
Yeah. I agree with that, Hellish.
Anyone else?
Yeah, that's what Miss.
All right, sounds good. It's all right, guys. We gotta work on we're gonna have without the elder Ordwy here. You guys will work on your pecking order, I assume, soon enough. And it's probably gonna be Hellish eating somebody.
We're trying. We're trying.
I get you.
Yeah, we're working through it.
Yeah, we're getting the people who's level-headed, the people who aren't, people who eat glue. So as you guys move up to,
It's good glue. I don't know what you want me to do.
it is good glue. You guys are able to make your way over to what was referred to as Gold's Ruin. You can see that it is a set of 3, not fully built manors. They seem to be quite large, but again, just simply not finished. As you approach, there's a central and smallest, is the soundest, it would seem, of the trio. There is a mostly leak-free roof that is there. There are, from the rest of them, large, but wall-less, which makes them less sound to sleep in. Entire sections of them are molded and rotted and decayed. As you all approach these 3 abandoned manors, though, you can see almost right through 2 of them. The middle one, however, seems to have a closed door and relatively secure out exteriors. What would you guys like to do? Between the musty and ruined furniture, seabird nests in the rafters, and vermin nests in the floorboards.
I mean, Darrow lives here, right? So we're looking for Darrow, right?
Yeah.
That was the guy's name, right? I think.
Daryl Finnick.
Right, Mr. Finnick. Okay, well let's find him. Well,
I imagine he's in the one with the walls.
Yep. Let's go to that one. I'll knock on the door.
Okay. You approach, and you do a boom, boom, boom. As you do, it literally echoes throughout that manor immediately. Before you hear a, come in. Before there is a creak within the entirety of the manor. And there is the sound of a flop, and then the of the door being cracked open. And he doesn't shyly put it ajar. Instead, the man that comes to the front is the same man you saw as you came in. He's got dreadlocks that run the down and back end of his head. You can see a big bushy beard at the front, and relatively fancy clothes that he's wearing at the moment, with a long draped either blanket or sail of some kind that's going over the shoulder, but then an actual tunic and leathers that are going over the side. He has a big bright red nose, and he gives you all a smile as you guys walk in. Oh, you're the fellows I saw walking in. Sorry, you caught me with a fish on the shoulder.
It's okay, we've all been there.
Yeah, come in out of the rain. Yeah, come on.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And he'll move back and gesture you all to come in. You see that it is a basically empty interior. The open concept manor has the least of the musty of all things, and you can see across the walls are paintings made from oils and glues and canvases for ships that have drawings of landscapes and people from across the town or areas. They smile at you as you come in, and he says, "Oh, don't mind me, it's just me and the ghosts here."
What?
Ghosts.
Ghosts?
Oh, sorry, it's a bit of a joke. I should introduce myself. Daryl's the name. Daryl Finnick. I used to be a lot of things. Most recently, I was an underpaid architect, and now I'm just Daryl. These are my houses. The rest of the town doesn't like them because they think they're haunted. Hence the joke, but I don't mind. Ghosts never bothered me much anyway. There's plenty of space. Not many visit Iron Harbor, but here you are. What can old Daryl do for you? Have a seat.
Fade will just kind of pull up on the floor.
I'm already sitting, but thank you. Well, first off, I should introduce myself. It's Lakori. You saw us coming through. We're from Osprey Cove.
Always wanted to visit. Probably more to my liking than this place, from what I've heard. Iron Harbor's got a tough name and tougher people. It's not really for me. I tried being tough, failed. Rather just fish and make art.
Ain't that the truth? Yeah, I was going to say, it's already the fact that you welcomed us inside it's quite a departure from what we've experienced in town.
Oh, yes, I'm from Magnamar, over the sea. So they teach different things here. Came in a few years back with the Valdemars, but I got fed up with not getting paid. You know, they don't like to pay artists or architects, it would seem. By the time I realized the locals nearby are even less pleasant than nobles, they left me behind. Just been spending my time here. Guess they kind of forgot about me.
Well, I think I'll cut to the chase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You sure? I'm a big fan
we,
of talking. I don't get to talk much these days. Except for the fish.
I mean, I do. You don't live close to people. I can't imagine you get a lot of talking in. But we're here on account of some odd happenings that have happened in Osprey Cove. A man, a gormite from here, washed up, covered in all of these like rusty pustules and stuff like that. Phaedrith can explain it better than I can, but like, we're here to find out what's going on, what could have caused it.
You, know who this fellow was?
Did we get a
Believe you
name?
do.
Brother Blanton.
Right, Brother Blanton. Brother Blanton is his name.
Nope. Name's familiar, but, sounds like, someone I didn't really get to meet. A lot of names sort of run together in my head over the years, though.
Can I, sense motive? Is he trying to hide his connection to this name?
Yeah, go for it.
There you go.
Okay. He just seems too excited to talk to people than he does to lie at the moment. But if he was lying, you think that since he's from Magnemar and likely from around aristocrats, he'd be pretty good at it.
Yeah, fair enough.
As for a weird sickness, anything, they've always said that Rusthenge is cursed, but I think it's just old and useless. No one needs an old metal monument of twisted, rusted metal. Instead of saying, there's a bunch of junk on that island, they just say, it's cursed, don't go there.
I mean, it's a pretty convenient excuse for not cleaning it up, isn't it?
Right? Listen, if I know aristocrats, anything not to finish a job, look around.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. Well, have you heard of anything unusual from the, or seen anything rather unusual from the boat that just came in?
Oh, that thing. Yeah, showed up about a week ago, and it was a delegation of Goramites. They met them at the pier. I watched it from the cliff. My cliff. And, they all headed up to Stoneholm. For the most part, they haven't come back out yet. Although I've been keeping an eye on them after dark. Not for anything creepy. It's just, I got nothing else to do. And when it's not too stormy as well. It gets weird. I saw them unload this big crate from the ship in the middle of the night. And they took it to Thunderhead Isle instead of bringing it onto the mainland. And I've been seeing some weird lights over that isle, too. Just a couple of times.
To be clear, is Thunderhead Isle the same one that the Rusthenge is on, or
Yes.
where is the... Okay, perfect. Thanks. Absolutely. Aliens.
Yeah, Red?
I was just...
Taking that in?
My own thoughts.
Intake.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I didn't know if there was
sorry.
anything else that you wanted to talk about, Salem, so I was just kind of waiting.
Oh, no worries. That's pretty much the end of my questions, I think, so go for it.
Okay. At this point, Phaedrith will kind of stick their hand out to introduce themselves with their full name, noting that they are a scribe, and as my friend Itzel over here has mentioned, we came here on account of seeing a dead Gormite knight with some strange rust-like spots, almost like rashes on his skin.
Oh.
Phaedrith will kind of like pull out their notebook and flip over to some probably not as good of an artist as Mr. Finnick is, but they've got some sketches of like what the rust spots would look like and the muscle atrophy. And they will show it to Mr. Finnick and ask, have you ever seen anything like this in any of your travels?
Nope, that just looks kind of fucked. Wouldn't want to catch that.
Me neither, sir.
Look, I'm not much of a doctor, medicine man. I haven't seen anything like that on the fish. Not on me. Yeah. You said it happened to...
Haven't...
Huh?
Oh, pardon.
I mean, do you think it could be the curse?
Curse? What curse?
Well, you said it was a curse out there on that.
Now they said it
that-
was cursed. It's just a bunch
Oh.
of junk.
Oh, okay.
Right. They say it's cursed.
And sorry.
No, that's all he's saying.
Oh no,
Okay.
no, you're good. I'll go back to browsing. What's another page?
And what about these strange lights that you mentioned? What do those look like?
You mean over Thunderhead?
Yes.
Yeah, it's easier for me to explain it. Okay, let me back up a little bit. You guys seem mighty curious about the curse, Rusthenge. Now, I stay away from that place. I went there once years back. I felt like I was being watched. That was enough for me. But lately, yeah, weird lights up there at night. Nothing bright. Thought I was imagining it the first time. And I doubt you can see them all the way down there in the village. But up here, on my cliff, you got a better view of Rusthenge. And yeah, weird lights. My take, place isn't cursed. It's that Thessalonians are up to something. It makes sense, since Rusthenge is one of their old buildings anyway, right? The Thessalonian thing.
Is it?
And from the architecture, seems to be.
Interesting. I didn't know that, actually.
Oh. Well, there's a lot of old places here, like Stoneholm itself. It's old. Really old. At least the lower portion is. The upper part of Stoneholm is pretty new, not nearly as well made. Gorham's not a god of architecture. Don't mind me saying that, Mr. Gorhamite. Don't cut me down.
True.
But I suppose it works well enough. Interesting place, though. I've long wondered about the interior.
If anybody else had anything they wanted to talk to him about, by all means.
What can you tell us about the asshole who runs the dry dock?
What, Burger?
Yeah.
Well, he won't let me sleep there. He won't let me in on their little talks. Yeah, they keep to themselves, you know. They like to stay a little bit quiet. I think he tried to go up and talk to that the sailor, the people from the Thessalonian ship once, and whoa, they ridiculed him real bad. He's been taken out on everybody since. So I think he's fed up with newcomers around this time.
Makes sense.
Hey, if you don't mind me asking a question.
Go for it.
You guys, you're from Osprey Cove, right?
Yes, sir.
There's a hill, leads to a bridge that's broken, right?
There was.
Look, I'm not gonna talk about recent experiences years back that aren't so recent. Bummed up my knee up till now, trying to get over such bridge. But when you guys go back, you mind having a +1?
Oh. Interesting in going back to Osprey Cove with us, Mr. Finnick.
You leave behind this fine real estate you have here?
Tired of living alone, more like. As wonderful as my work is here, it's, well, disheveled. And, I want to be where the people are more friendly. I actually, if that's a problem, I have a bit of treasure I nicked from the old boss, Valdemar. Once it became apparent he wasn't going to pay me what I was worth. So, bring me back, I'll,
Well, that'd be very appreciated. I don't see a problem with that.
Cool.
Adel, not an agreement. Don't see why not.
Alright, we'll let you know when we're leaving.
Sounds good. And hey, you want to sleep here, you can. Just, not here. One of the other ones. Plenty of room. Recommend switching every night. Ghosts get angry, they howl.
They howl.
Yep.
I thought the ghosts were a joke.
He looks left, look right. I gotta keep up appearances. Otherwise, squatters come in from everywhere.
Fair enough, Mr. Fennec.
You guys, curious, what do you guys plan on doing about all this?
Well, we're not entirely sure what all this is yet. We need to look further into it. We don't want this spreading to our people, so if it is some kind of curse or disease or whatever, we need to put a stop to it, hopefully.
Well, that's fair. Okay.
Get to our elder tomorrow.
Speak to your elder.
Yeah,
Where's your elder?
up with the Goramites.
Oh, you're not gonna talk to them.
What does that mean?
Well, Thessalonian ship showed up. Procession of Goramites escorted all the people from the Thessalonian ship into Stoneholm. Haven't seen them since.
What? What?
Couple,
Fade is absolutely going to be bristling at this.
three days after that, the ship, the Thessalonian ship, 3 people came down, went to Stoneholm. Haven't seen them since. Now you say your elder's here, heading into Stoneholm. I don't think you're seeing your elder again.
Guys, we gotta go to the temple tonight.
If Audrey doesn't come out tomorrow, we can go in.
You're gonna go into Stoneholm.
Yeah.
Well, we can't just leave her there.
He smiles. Well, you're not getting it in the front. But, I may or may not have been curious about its architecture, so, I might have some advice if you can do something for me, if you wanted to get in there.
I'm not impartial to scratching your back if you scratch ours.
Lich pulls out a pie.
Yeah, Fade kind of squints and opens their notebook to a blank page.
You were good at scrawling stuff down, right?
Indeed, Mr. Fennec.
You say you're not as good as me, but can you draw a blueprint?
I can certainly try my best.
All right. I'll tell you how to get into that place. If you map out the interior.
Seems like a fair trade to me.
All right. Now you let me know when you're heading in, and I'll show you where you can get in.
Fair enough. Thank you for your
Is it far?
kindness.
Oh, no. It's up the cliffs. Hey, you could look for it yourself, but I've done the trip a couple of times. It's pretty dangerous if you don't know the way. Bring rope.
Oh, we got rope.
Nope, perfect. That all being said, it's a bit of it takes a bit to get up there, so I'm not going to show you tonight. But if you ever plan on getting in there, just let me know. Take you up the cliffs.
Perfect. All right. I think with that, unless you guys have other things to talk about, maybe it's time to find one of these other houses to turn in with the ghosts.
But no, we bought.
I mean, you guys could say I'm gonna go sleep in the.
No, not ghosts. No ghosts.
Okay.
I mean, the spirits could be, depends on. Anyway. Miss sounds like they're about anything about spirits from her land and how you could possibly, but besides not to.
Gotcha. Oh, that reminds me though. Fade will kind of perk up remembering something and then pull out another little grouse pie that we bought as an extra for Mr. Fennec.
Oh! Hey! I don't try to go into Elsie's all that often, except to buy bait to fix my fishing pole, so thank you. Been craving one of these for a while.
Not a problem.
Takes it.
Thank you for the kindness and the open information.
He reaches into his pocket and he pulls out his clearly his own maintained utensils. He puts it down on a little slab and starts to cut it open and eat it.
Nice.
All means, come back whenever you like.
Lish slides over the berry pie and another one for all your troubles.
Oh, okay, no trouble at
Does it
all.
hurt?
He starts eating. There's glue.
Maybe.
Oh, pretty sweet. I'll keep eating.
Fate is gonna gather their stuff and go look for an empty house to curl up in and sleep.
Yeah, for anyone who didn't spend the silver at Elsie's, if you want to go sleep into one of the Gold Ruins abandoned manors, you've gotten consent from Daryl. So by all means. All right.
This is going back to the. I already
Yep, you paid.
paid for it. Yeah.
So Mist is going there. Corin, you're going
Wait,
into
wait.
Elsie's? Oh.
Everybody can sleep after what he told us?
Absolutely, Corin. Just a little bit of ghosts. Ain't no problem with that.
No, not that.
You'll have to sleep eventually, Corin.
Everyone who went in there did come out.
Well, we're here now.
We shouldn't
I'll
jump
be
to
fine.
conclusions. But yes,
Right.
if our elder is not returned to us in the morning, we shall have to investigate ourselves.
Agreed.
See what kind of reception we get in the morning. We can head up to Stoneholm. If it's poor, come back and ask this gentleman to help us.
All right.
All right. And Itzel and Phaedrith, you guys are going to sleep at the Golden Ruins? You guys want a manor to yourselves each?
Heck yeah!
It sucks. There's walls missing. There's windows open.
Oh,
There's
well.
creaking. But hey, it's a place to sleep.
Exactly. A manor is a manor is a manor.
Look for treasure.
I'm
As
just gonna try to not piss off the ghosts.
Okay.
as for you three, Elsie waits for you guys and closes the door behind you. You can see she's put her stock away, and she's moved one of the tables for you guys to just straight up sleep on the floor of the in the main area. As she kind of makes her way past you, while she kind of pats her hands and says, "All right, there's something brewing in the back. Don't go back there. And if you steal anything or break any locks, I know who it is, because you're the only ones in here. Bye-bye." And she will head over towards her home and sleep.
Is there any shiny bits and bobs in my fucked up mansion?
I mean, it's been plucked pretty clean. There's a couple of fish oil and like dead fish bones that clearly Daryl's left here over the time or forgot on like a thing it smells. But
Aw.
if you want to give me a good old college perception check to find it, you can.
By all means. Why not? Is it a public roll? Is it a blind roll?
Public
What
roll.
do-
You'll know the.
I wish to perceive the shinies. That's not perceiving shit.
I think you find 2 fish bones and then decide to leave it alone, and the second one still had an eyeball on it.
Yep, I'm good. Good night. Good night.
What about you, Itzel? I think Itzel's actually gone for a second. All right, each of you guys can bed down for the night, get some rest, and recover your HP. It sounds like you guys are just wanting to sleep, secure, locked away in Iron Harbor. Sounds good? Perfect. We're actually perfectly at the 2-hour mark, so this would be a great time for us to take our 15-minute break.
Yippee.
Since Salem's already gone. This is also a great time to show. This is a great time for us to use what's it called? The well rested ability, which I'll show you guys how to do in a second here. But lastly, really quick, I'm gonna give out some XP quick because you guys did some conversation. Sound good?
Sick.
Yay!
All right, so everyone gets 40 XP for your interaction with Daryl and succeeding with him. Sounds good. So now mark 40 XP.
All right, so we're at 120 now.
Sure.
120.
You should.
224.
I thought we were at
I have
180
184
something.
from last time.
Yeah.
Pardon?
We
We're
were
at
at
180.
184
Oh, okay.
184. And then you guys are gonna get
as of last time. Yeah.
yes, as of last time. And then you guys are gonna get couple more. Let me see. Yep.
I was actually going to ask you about the interaction with the knight and Ordui when we left off, if that also counted.
I will
Or not.
check. But it is 40 XP for talking to Elsie and securing her as somebody that is not hateful towards you.
Okay.
We fought hard with that one.
Yeah, we almost got there, but we're good now.
You did everything you could.
No, the thing that happened with Vanda and Ordui did not grant XP.
Okay.
Nor did going to the dry dock, unfortunately.
Yeah, we
Oh, I'm sorry we didn't just kill those NPCs.
Yeah, we just
for
got
the
yelled
rec-
at there.
For the
That's
record, that's like one of the hardest like fights ever in there. But if you wanted to go for it, because it's just a lot of people, you know, that's like a dry dock full of sailors. Beat
So
the shit
it's
out of
40
it.
for
It's
the Herman,
80,
40 for
80 in total, because you guys have
Okay.
talked with Elsie and you've talked with Daryl.
oh 80.
80 in total between the two of them, yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go for 15 minutes / 10 minutes. I'll be back at 8:40. Looks like it'll be the time that we'll come back from break. Hope you guys are having a good time, learning some of the mysteries. I'm curious what you guys will do now with a fresh day in front of you. And I'll help people go over the, what's it called? I'll help people go over the long rest mechanic whenever we're all done. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okey-dokey.
All right. Do you guys want to be heard during the break or silenced?
I am personally stepping away, so.
Okay.
Lock.
I like it. Keep adding stuff to them. Map.
Mrs. Nest Monster to you.
All right. We are all back. We are ready to go. All right. Let's turn off that music and let's get back to it, shall we?
Yeah.
All right. So first things up, you guys are going to have your first night rest. There is no such thing as a long rest within Pathfinder's system. Instead, it's called a night rest. So I want you guys to do is I want you guys to pop into your guys' sheets. By your health, where it says max HP at the top left, you'll see a little bed, a little sleeping person. Click that for me. This will automatically restore all spell slots. Then you should see a nice cup of joe on the right side. I think you got to click that too.
I'm sorry. Where are we?
Character
On the
sheets.
well rested.
It's in your character
Okay.
sheet. It's by where your health is. There's a little person sleeping. You see a little sleeping person?
Ah, right.
Yeah. Go ahead and hit that cup of coffee beside it. Yep. So this will go through, and basically it will go through your character sheet's daily preparations of what they should be doing. So yeah, it goes through you guys' rations, how many you have left. Isn't it awesome that it just does this for us? This is also where you're able to change your spells if you're able to change your spells. And there's also a really funny thing. Where if you have nothing going on, or you don't need to consume a ration, it pops up and says, you made no daily preparations. In fact, you didn't need to know about this at all. I don't know why it's posted. In the chat is what it says. So you guys are all good. Looks like you guys' sheets are all good. Perfect. Alright, you got your spells are all focused back. Focus pools are filled. What's up?
For some reason, it's not letting me change my spells.
Oh man, that's so weird. Fighter.
Oh, I had to do manually.
The fighter can't change their spells. Shocker.
No.
Oh.
I know.
And Salem?
Can I change my spells? Is there anything I can
No.
do?
Because you are a spontaneous caster, I believe.
I'm
Not a
throwing
prepared
psychic
caster.
in the garbage. Get it
Yeah.
out of here.
If you do at some point want to change your spells, though, even though it's against the rules, and you just find that you really don't like how a spell works, I don't mind doing that. All right.
Yippee.
So, I want you to also, Salem, change your XP to 264. That's where we're at.
Ah, thank you.
No worries. All right. Now then. In the morning, itself, Phaedrith, neither of you ever are disturbed, save by the howling wind that runs through. Those of you, I mean, I imagine one of you two are afraid of the howling wind as it squeezes through wooden planks in the night while it rains. And it does give you the illusion that there is ghosts here, but it just seems to be the wind. The three of
That's what
you,
the ghosts want you to think.
that's what the ghosts want you to think. That's what Daryl was saying. The three of you, sleeping in LCs, find it unobtrusive. Nice, warm. There is, in fact, a roof over your heads and a secure building. No one rattles on the doors. No one tries to come in. And unless you guys decide to do something like breaking and entering or trying to steal from her, she will come back in the morning. Are you guys fine with that?
Yep, yep.
Any crime that I need to know about?
No.
Okay.
Doing tax evasion.
Aren't we all? And
Petty fraud.
you're able to, in fact, wake up to the sound of the door unlocking and Elsie coming in and ushering you all out. She does give you guys some of the fresh baked goods. In fact, she invites you to bring your other friends that didn't make it here or didn't sleep over for the night if you want to have a fresh breakfast. But I have to ask, where would you guys meet up, or is there anything you guys want to do in private before meeting up? Sounds good. All right, so I'm going to say that you guys maybe would meet up here?
Sounds goodly.
Okay. Daryl is over on the harbor. As you guys all begin to pile over, nibbling at rations or small, freshly baked berry and bird pies. Refreshed, the empty streets of Iron Harbor await you, where people, under their hoods, and the lighter rain, move about to and fro. The ship still billows, and you can hear the sounds of the sailors yelling from the ship, talking to each other, and you can see them throwing their fishing poles over the side for their morning catch. There is no signs of Elder Ordwy as you walk around. If you wish to gather information for some time today, you're more than welcome to, using the gather information downtime activity. Or, you guys are more than welcome to make any other plans as you wish, as you reconvene with each other. What do you do?
So, are we gonna try and get into the big compound there, or should we try and get information first?
I mean, Ordwy hasn't showed back up. I'm kind of
Yeah.
worried.
I am too.
I think we should gather information while everyone is getting up and might be in a better mood, perhaps.
Agreed.
Then we go call upon our elder, and if they do not, depending on how that goes, we'll probably head back and ask Daryl to lead us in there. I don't see any sense going into the ship since we know the only thing interesting about the ship is they haven't left it, but we also know that Daryl said they took something off of it, so unless we want to find out what that is, I don't see any reason to go towards the ship.
Knowing what it is might be helpful, though.
How willing do you think they'll be to tell us, though?
Do we have any alcohol?
Not on us, I don't think.
Unfortunately.
If you wish to gather some rumors before heading over towards the ship, or not heading towards the ship at all, I will throw this out there. Gather information. Exploration secret tag. This means that you guys will not know the result that you rolled, and you'll simply have to let me tell you. Did it come to the chat yet?
No.
Nope.
Odd. That's a bit weird. If anybody else wants to prompt gather information, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I'll try.
Want the card?
Yes, please.
Oh, hold on.
I got it. Boop, there it is.
Yay!
So, this is something that you can do in all Pathfinder campaigns. It is a standard ability that you do in the exploration mode. So, you canvass local markets, taverns, and gathering places in an attempt to learn specific information or a topic. The GM determines the DC of the diplomacy check and the amount of time it takes. Along with any benefits you might be able to gain by spending coins on bribes, drinks, or gifts. On a success, you collect information on the individual topic, and the GM will determine your details and specifics. On a critical failure, you learn incorrect information about the topic or individual. And a reminder, you don't know what you rolled, so you can't be sure one way or another. You gotta go off of the vibes, if you will. Does anyone have anything they would like to contribute? And as it is a diplomacy check, who all would like to try?
I would like to try.
Okay.
I
would
was going
like
to try until I saw the critical failure. That's what I was going to ask about.
Alright. Hey, yeah, Colton, he'll talk it up.
Anybody that wishes to try, you should have seen a prompt that I threw into the chat. This is a prompt that I will put in when it comes to poisons or secret rolls that you don't know the DC of. That diplomacy right there, that will roll me the gather information check. This will be 2 hours per roll. Obviously, you guys can do it together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're doing it collectively. It's not like we are each taking 2 hours for our one.
It's basically like each of you are going around asking different people. So like only 2 hours
Right,
will go
at
by.
the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought that was separate. Fuck.
You guys are separate. But, like I said, if anybody wants to go with somebody, this is where the aid action comes in. Now, any of you that just rolled your diplomacy check, you can retroactively tell me that that was an aid check. Aid is when you
I would like to aid.
Sure.
Oh, sorry.
I'll explain what the aid action is for people that haven't used it before first. The aid action is when you yourself roll the DC as though you were doing it. But if you succeed, you instead grant, if they accept your aid, a bonus, which is a critical success, you give a +2. And if you're better at it, you get higher and higher. If it's a normal success, they get a +1. If you critically fail, not fail, if you critically fail, they get a -1. Okay? Does that make sense for you, those of you that are newer to Pathfinder?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Basically, if you want to help somebody with their roll, you do the roll yourself, and based on how you succeed, you give them bonuses.
Okay.
Alright, who is helping who? And whoever is aiding. Itzel, I think you were aiding, right?
Yep.
Okay, Itzel, you did not succeed, and thus you do not give a bonus.
Okay.
But you don't hinder them at all.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright. Phaedrith,
Mm-hmm.
roll me 2d8.
How the frick do I do that?
You should see at the bottom right of your screen, in the chat, there's a little dice tray with little symbols.
I sure do.
One of them is the d8s, the third from the left. Roll me 2 of those babies.
I think I
Perfect.
did that,
Yep,
right?
you did it great.
Gimme! Okay.
Alright.
Why did it roll as my Bloodlord's Phaedra?
So I'll actually fix that right now if you want. I was going to wait until after, but if you go down towards the bottom left of your screen, you'll see all the players, right?
Mhm.
Right-click yourself.
Mhm.
Hit User Configuration.
Mhm.
And click your not Bloodlords version. And
I
then
do
hit
not
Save.
have a not Bloodlord's version down there.
Oh, hit Release Character.
Pew!
There it is. There you are.
Whee!
Now we will roll from.
Here I am. Okay,
All
perfect.
right. Hellish and Corin. Hellish, I assume you try to spend your time using your either. Are you hiding being a Goromite, or are you engaging with Goromite authority?
Engaging with Gormite authority.
They are few and far between. In the morning, only one Goromite is seen, and they are standoffish and disrespectful of your presence. They do not engage in a fight, they do not challenge you, but they seem to brush you off as an outsider, which might feel strange to you as a Goromite. And before long, they leave and close the gate behind them. Corin, I assume you're using your somewhat dubious reputation as a hero to speak to people, that you're here to help.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out, what's all going on. Dead people keep showing up.
Unfortunately, it would seem that nobody engages with your rumors beyond anything that you already know. And thus, it's odd. Sad, but they gain more about you than you gain about what's going on here.
I mean, boss.
Okay. And Phaedrith,
Uh-huh.
you spend some time asking around, showing yourself off as a scribe and someone who's here to help or at least document things, not to make things worse. You learn two things. One, that Thessalonian trireme is a merchant's personal craft, and some important-looking man followed by an entire entourage got off when it landed a week ago. And word is, he's a merchant from the east and is working out some sort of complicated trade agreement with Lord Ragnulf. The second thing that you learn
Uh-huh.
is a short conversation you have with somebody. Allow me to get into character.
Oh, wow. You're from Osprey Cove? Really? You don't look as nearly as spineless as they say. Why do they call it Osprey Cove? My mum says that you talk to birds there. I'd rather talk to rams. They're strong. Sometimes I follow them up to the hills and watch the warriors fight on the roof of Stoneholm.
Okay.
That's what you learn over 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
Before long, you can all reconvene together on the outskirts streets. And yet still no signs of Ordwy.
I don't think they're going to let us in.
Might as well try.
No.
I mean, there's your own.
No. Something off about them.
Okay.
Well, if we're going to
jumping.
gates, we should consider what. Oh my God, what's her name? Elby? Aldous?
Ordwy.
Combining Ordwy. No, the
Elsie.
person
Elsie?
Elsie. Okay, we should just find out because she wanted us to take her to the gate if we went. We could find out what that's about, or
Yeah, I'd like to see what it is she wanted us to know before we went there.
and depending on the kind of reception we get, we'll either. I don't think we should push. Like if they say no, you're not allowed to see them, then we just walk away and we'll sneak in.
Good to me.
Should we talk to the Thessalonians?
Is the party aware of what I learned? I mean, I would like to say that I told them right away, but as of this moment, I guess.
If you told them, then you told them.
Okay, perfect.
Maybe they don't know that their merchant person isn't back yet, and they're curious as well.
Hmm.
Well, that one guy got shot down, so I don't think we'll fare much better.
But we're not from here, right?
So, do find out the merchant's name? If we had that, we could use that to be like, hey, we want to talk to so and so.
You did not.
No.
Well, I guess we could get the merchant's name from the sailors.
I personally am very curious about the ship, but I don't have any targeted information I would like to get from it. So, I'm good with passing it up. I think we should talk to Elsie, figure out what she wanted from this place, and then,
She wanted to, when we were going, she wanted to go with us or tell us something.
yeah, she wanted to tell us something. I don't think she wanted to go with this, but I want to figure out what that is, and then, I would like to talk to Daryl afterward. My plan.
Okay.
All right. You guys head back to Elsie's?
Yep.
Sure. Here in the morning, even 2 hours after the morning, the smell of the berry-baked goods and the alchemy acrid in the air is sweeter on both sides. Fresh brews have been made, and fresh bakery have been made. You can see that there is fresh dough slathered in a beautiful glaze of butter that has been made around here. And, as you can hear Elsie speaking to one of the customers, "Aye, fresh goat butter, right from the rose thorns. You take care now. Oh, welcome in, all ya. Welcome in. Just escorting our dear here." And she kind of walks along and helps the person out quicker than usual, and closes the door behind them with a smile. Welcome back. Everything all right?
Nagor might seem a tad off-putting,
I've always been off-putting.
more so than normal.
What you gonna do about it?
Well, we either siege the front door, which I don't think anyone here really wants to do, or we get the help of Daryl.
I don't think the front door is gonna be of any help to you, to be honest. Hasn't been of much use to me. I've tried over the course of the week, to be honest. She, looks at you for a moment. Look, I've been to Stoneholm a few times. Never inside. So they've got a stable. I used to been paying daily visits to nurse one of the temple had a rose thorn ram. You know, a rose thorn ram. They're big. She looks around.
Yeah.
Does it have wings?
Right. This one's not for eating. I was nursing her back to health. Her name's Ida. I named her. And they haven't let me back in a week to give her medication. If you make your way in, I'm worried she's been suffering. If she's even still alive. If you're going in, I can show you a way. But only if you promise to give her this biscuit. It has a dose of medicine in it. And if you can bring her to me so I can nurse her back to health without having to get through that spiked gate. Well, even better.
Yeah, I'd feel awful having to leave an animal in peril like that.
She looks around to the rest of you to make sure she's got your confirmation.
Mm-hmm.
Odds.
All right. Like I said, I've never been in there, but I've made many trips through the courtyard to the stable, and there's a small well. They have a well inside so they don't have to leave. It's on the opposite side of the yard from the stable, and a well's got to be connected to something. I looked into it. I think it connects to an underground stream that empties into the harbor, just east of town. I can show you where it is if you don't mind cramped spaces.
Yeah, that sounds great.
And she nods. She will kind of move over to the side, and she'll say, either way. And who's going to take the biscuit?
Lish would take it.
You're not going to eat it, are you? She kind of looks at you.
I promise not to eat it.
Swear it on your god.
Swear upon Gorham.
All right. She hands it to you. Okay. So, Elsie will kind of come out the door, and she's going to point. You see just south of Stoneholm? Right? Kind of gestures. If you keep going till you hit the beach, you follow the beach, and you go east. Keep following along it. In the sand, you'll see a little aqueduct. Should be right where it comes to a bend, right here.
I see.
When's high tide?
Oh, high tide? Tide's always high. Except an hour after dawn, and an hour just before sunset.
An hour just before sunset sounds like our best shot. Or unless we do an hour before dawn, people may not be awake yet.
That's all I can do for you. If you can bring Ida here back, I'd appreciate it. But if you can, I understand.
We'll do our best.
Can Ida
Look
fit in
down.
a sack?
Oh no, she's a rose thorn.
I'll carry her with me, don't worry.
Does anyone want to roll me a recall knowledge on a rose thorn?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So what you guys want to do is open the basic action macros. Should be on your guys'
Yep.
hotbar. And you want to click recall knowledge.
Recall knowledge.
Ignore what it says because it will roll every knowledge thing. All right. I've seen 3 so far.
Okay.
4. There we go. That's everyone but Corinne. I assume that's okay?
Yep.
Perfect. All right, Itzel. Halish. And Mist. It's only you, Phaedric, that have, like, not actually seen a rose thorn in person.
Oh,
But
awkward.
a rose thorn. That's a specific kind of ram. They are hardy mountain dwellers that surpass their lowlander cousins in stubbornness and agility. They sport distinctive twisted horns that measure up to 4 feet in length and bear tiny thorny growths on it, which they use to hook into their enemies and damage them in combat, and even to strip the bark from trees during harsh winters when food is scarce. They are hardly a domesticated species, but rose thorn rams' shaggy outer coats cover fine hair that makes it yarn that is prized for both its softness and rarity. And their milk provides nourishment even during severe seasons. I will prompt a picture of them just so you kind of get a better understanding. Sounds good?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Here's a goat. You so angry.
Thorn-covered horns.
Thorn-covered horns. It's a rose thorn ram.
And how big are they?
As big as you. if not a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I can do it. I can carry it.
You're gonna carry it down a well?
Yep,
Do you think it'll
I
fit?
got it. I mean, if I can fit, I'm sure it will.
Do you think it'd be easier to get him out to the cave edge, the cliffs?
Probably.
Look, I can help you all get in, but I can't help you get out. I don't think Ida's in any condition to be pushed through something.
Fair enough.
Well, you all have good luck. She gives a nod. If you need a pie
Alright.
before going, just let me know.
I think that would be a great idea.
Alright.
Thank you.
And she will go and grab. Bury your bird.
Barry.
All right. She will fetch you a beautiful, glistening, goat butter covered raspberry pie. Hot and
Delicious.
steaming in the morning. Crispy pastry flakes abound, which you guys can enjoy and speak over. She opens back the door. Whatever you guys wish to do.
Yippee!
All right.
Okay, so during our gather information, we didn't learn any other points of interest.
Learned about the ship.
Okay. Then yeah, I say we just go up to the gate, we ask about our elder. If not, probably obviously not.
Oh, then we have.
Then we have 2 ways in, so.
Yeah.
But I'd say we go as soon as possible, though. I don't really want to wait until later,
Okay.
since they're being so weird about it.
I agree on that one.
That's my vote.
So the tide will be lowest an hour before sunset to use the aqueduct. You could try to use it even when the tide is higher, if you'd be willing to try.
No, I meant we go through Daryl's way.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
If we don't like the answer, which I'm sure we're not going to like the answer we get.
And are you guys going to spend any time at the ship at all? Or have you decided to circumvent that?
I think we decided we were going to skip the ship because I'm not sure what we could stand to gain.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Maybe we could learn what they brought in, and that'd be about all. But I don't know if that's anything that we're truly interested in at the moment.
Well, if it's like they said it was a big crate, so if we see a big crate, we could probably we'll probably find out real quick.
Yeah.
Only if you want to be prepared for whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think we focus on.
Which I just
Trying to
wanna
find
save
our elder.
I want to save our elder right now. I don't really care what they brought in.
Mm-hmm.
Secure the elder, and then go from there.
Okay.
If we go Daryl's way, are we still gonna secure the goat?
It sounds like they're just in there, right?
Yeah, we just have to be on the lookout for the goat, and then.
Also, that guy said there was more goats on the hill.
Mm-hmm.
He was looking. You found out.
Okay.
Yeah, we could go either way, and if we can't get in the front door or whatever.
All right. You guys gonna go up to the gate then?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just be like, hey, we want to talk to our elder.
Okay. Together you stride through the rain, heading towards Stonehome. You've heard much about it. Nestled within the cavern and the cliffs. And so together you walk. Now then, the gate. For one, the courtyard all around is empty. Even the outskirts of it is covered in dirt and weeds. And Stoneholm, a 2-story keep, looms to the north, while a robust 20-foot outer wall capped with numerous spikes protects the keep here in front of you. There is a wooden archer's walkway that stands against the inside wall, allowing anyone foolish enough to be shot while besieging the keep. The eastern portion of the courtyard is hidden, as does the west, as you all approach. Allow me a moment.
New map.
This is all you get.
Oh,
Wow.
Do you want me to talk to them, or do you guys want to try?
I mean, your temple, so
yeah. Knock, knock.
Alish approaches and bangs loudly on the door.
30 seconds.
He bangs again.
A minute. 2 minutes. 3.
There's something going on.
who doesn't answer the door?
I mean, it's like a gate, like really far away from like the main building, right?
Mhm.
There should be people on the walls.
He was just, I mean, he really banged it hard. I mean, I would have heard that.
And there's our answer.
Have we tried just opening the door?
Alish takes out his greatsword and swings at the door.
Oh, God.
my
Oh, okay.
God. All right.
Oh.
If you want to try to push the door
What are
open,
two-
you can click.
Two secret entrances.
You can click the door icon. No, it's not gonna do it. It clangs against a large stone and wooden gate. Your weapon bangs across it with a loud clash. You can roll me an attack roll.
You want that one secret or public?
Public's
You can
fine.
all see. So you do it.
20 roll damage. You clang against it with a hearty blow. Nothing, not a scratch. This keep was made to endure battering rams in war. Its hardness is far beyond what your weapon can deal. If you would like to force it open, however, pushing it open, I implore you, give me your athletics check that I just prompted.
No.
You want me to keep trying?
No.
No,
I mean, I can help 'em.
that we know about.
Oh,
Let's use the information
okay.
we got.
Okay.
If we force our way in there, it's gonna be a fight that I don't think we are capable of winning.
With who? There's no one on the other side.
No one answered the door.
There's people there. I think they just chose not to answer the door.
There would have been something with me drawing my sword. But they
Hello!
didn't. They're cowards.
Warren, please. I don't think they can hear you.
Anybody?
The lock rattles.
Oh, what?
The wind sits.
Oh.
The creaking of Stoneholm sits. But no one answers you.
Okay. Well, I say let's go talk to Mr. Finnick and get in this. All right?
All right.
Sounds good.
Daryl's! Huzzah!
On the double.
Big
Alright.
jump cut.
Hey,
Montage as we hike our way over.
hey, Hazes?
Me?
Yeah. Do you believe in ghosts?
I hate them.
Oh, so they're real?
Yeah.
Think the temple's haunted?
By now? No. It's only been a week.
Okay.
Maybe there's a bunch of zombies or something.
All right. A couple of villagers have come outside to watch you as you head by. Clearly, they've been upset by the sounds, the clanging, the everything. And they look concerned as you begin to walk by. Disturbed, even. A Thessalonian ship sits in the harbor. Thunderhead Isle sits in the distance. And so you all approach and stand the gold ruin where Daryl sits, correct?
Yes.
Alright. You can see him outside, hanging up some fish on the side wall for them to dry, on the side of the building where the rain does not catch. He looks over towards you all as you walk towards him. Oh, you've made it back. So what's the you want some fish?
No, we need your entrance as soon as possible.
Oh. Very well. Follow me.
He puts down the fish, wipes, looks around for someone to wipe his hands off. He wipes it on his tunic.
I mean, you can bring the fish.
No, it's okay. They need to dry.
You want one?
That's all right, Mr. Fennec.
All right.
Appetite.
And he will walk with you.
We have an agreement, though. You're gonna map out the interior. I'm not usually one to help with criminal activity.
We do have an agreement. I will map it out for you as best I can.
Excellent.
All right. And he will walk with you guys. This is a small trip. A trip that takes some time. But Daryl Finnick will allow you guys to make this trip with 0 athletics or exploration checks. If you guys are cool with that.
Totally cool with it.
I love that.
Alright. He'll guide you guys up the cliffs, around, and through a path that he seems to have carved out over time.
Oh, hey, look, there's us.
Oh, wow. In the distance.
It's like
Waving
Mount
us as we pass
Rushmore.
But with our faces.
Alright. And together walking on the cliffs in the outskirts, he'll say,
Just over there.
and he'll kind of point. This map's pretty broad with its cavern, but he points here.
Okay.
Now you want to be careful.
And he will point over the side of the cliff. And you'll see on the back end of Stonehome, on the second floor, is a balcony. The balcony has a divot in the center and a walkway made of stone, made for dueling. And you can see, clashing on the top of it, is Sister Vanda and another Goramite priest. They are drawing blades. I assume you guys try to make yourselves unknown.
Yes.
Like, hey, Vanda, where'd
Hey.
Orly go? What are you guys doing? No.
Why didn't you answer the door?
Yeah. Is everything
We're
alright?
at the door.
Nosy neighbors.
Start throwing rocks at them.
Okay. I'm gonna get a. Can you guys go me a group stealth check, please?
Of course. Secret.
Yes.
It's already gonna roll secret, or do I have to change something?
If there's like a I with a slash through to roll secret. If you roll sneak, it also rolls the secret for free.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Okay. Man, you guys are not stealthy, huh? I see these bonuses.
Hey,
No.
man. I'm trying my
trying.
best. You can only be so quiet with hooves.
Hey, don't worry about Pathfinder is hard.
You are correct.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, do you attempt to scale it as Darrow leads you to the small side cliff and points down? There's a section of which you'll have to descend down the side of the cliff using a climbing check. Using rope will give you a bonus to this, because I assume you guys brought your rope. Where you
Yeah.
can land onto the roof. Do you wait for them to leave the dueling balcony? Or do you want to try to do it while they're out there and distracted? But able to see you if you fail.
I was gonna say, were we putting the rope? Is that visible from the balcony?
Yes.
So if we all go, we won't be able to take the rope with us. So they would just be out there. I would see it eventually. But I say go now. We could just
Interrogate them.
I mean, yeah, we could beat them up, but
You do know that they will attack us if they see us immediately.
Well, we just have to beat them in combat, right?
Yeah, fair combat.
Well, I am going to be a famous sword mage one day.
As long as they know you're there when you attack.
Of course, I mean, every master knows that you're more powerful if you call your move before you do it.
Yes.
all right. I'm just gonna go. Yeah, I'd say we just go and forget the rope.
Okay.
Boy.
As you guys begin to make your way, kind of leaning over the side, you can see Vanda in a horrible clash. You see she weaves magic with her blade, moving up, left, and to the side to get underneath the other acolyte, stabbing into the side of him with the bunt of the blade, knocking him onto his ass before helping him up and continuing the brawl. These clerics, these priests, they are priests of warfare and are always ready for a fight, always vigilant. But they keep their eyes focused on each other for now. But this does not distract you from what is on the roof. The stone roof of this building is constructed with masonry, with a layer of dried clay for weatherproofing. Grooves along every nearly flat spot to run water off the sides. The roof itself is a 60-foot-long archery range that runs west to east, with 2 targets comfortably spread. 2 dummies, would seem. You can see on each of the dummies, though, is something odd. Could I get a perception check? If you wish to see further.
From everyone, or?
Whoever wishes to see further.
I can find the button.
No.
Yeah. Let's go into skills.
It's underneath your armor class.
It is. Perception is not in skills. It is under your armor class. Easily accessible. On the left side of the sheet.
So just roll initiative. Oh, there it is. I see now.
Okay. Hellish and Itzel. You both see 2 different things. One, Hellish. The dueling combat between Sister Vanda and the Acolyte is strange. For one, Vanda herself is fighting valiantly. You can see she's got her blade, which shines, and the orange that runs down the body of the cape. But the person she's dueling on equal fronts wears the remains of tattered, rusted armor. Barely recognizable, it would seem, through the splotches to be their Goramite priestly male. And instead of wielding a sword, they wield a wicked sickle. As for you, Itzel, you see arrows sticking out from the dummies. One or two here and there. But something odd that you find is the middle dummy has a captain's hat on. The tricorn, a feather. And each of the dummies, at the neckline, have dried splotches of blood running down the straw, and a bag over their head.
I have a sneaking suspicion that either those dummies aren't dummies or... I don't know. They've got a captain's tricorn on that middle one there, and there's splotches of blood on all of them.
Are you saying that it's a person?
Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe they just tied them up.
If that's not a person, then this is no longer a Temple of Gorum. Or if it is a person.
That's
Wow.
terrible.
Yeah.
The acolyte that she duels, his armor is completely gone, and his weapon is not of Gorham's favor.
I was going to ask, would Goramites even let their armor get to that state?
Never.
Well, this is where I'm leaving.
Daryl
Yep, yeah,
scutters
that's
away.
fair.
I forgot he was there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Daryl.
Thank you.
Right, well, we need to get down to the roof then.
Let's just focus on getting in stealthily.
Yeah, let's get some rope out.
Bush pulls out the rope.
The rope off the side. At times when the clash is at its highest, you can simply run the rope down the side of the cliff, over top and between where the dummies are. As you do, this will require a climbing check to make yourself down there. Sound good?
Good.
All right. The check itself I will prompt. I only need one climb check for each of you. I recommend doing this in a specific order so that people can help each other. Alish, if you wish to be the first to go down, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah. Catch people or hold the rope steady.
Okay.
That's just simple.
I'll come down next so I can aid you.
Are you keeping quiet?
But trying to.
Yeah.
Okay. Securing the rope, securing your body, and going down the rappel. You hold on tight on every equipment piece that you hold as it burns in your muscles. And the both of you are able to descend onto the roof without further issue. As you both land in the stonework, you sit there, looking up at the cliff face, where your allies peek over. You hear the clash. Oh, I apologize.
At the same
Welcome
time.
back.
I am back. When did I leave?
As
Quietly onto the roof.
yes.
All right. You are able to land safely onto the roof, staying deathly quiet as the clanging of blades continue. The two of you can, at no consequence unless you critically fail, now provide aid checks to those going down. Would you like to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yippee.
So,
1 aid check for each. Who wishes to aid? I think, Halish, you've got the better roll, right?
I think Itzel has a higher.
Athletics?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
yeah, I've got a single higher athletics.
perfect. So go ahead and give me. Click the climb check again. If you succeed, you'll grant a +1 to whoever's next. Okay.
Woof.
That's just. It's a
That's
normal
a
roll.
failure.
It's a normal roll. Yep.
Yeah.
So who wants to go next to make their climb check?
I'll go last.
Good roll.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Sliding down the way, the best that you can. You're able to rappel all the way down with a clop.
That's why Itzel fails. She's she avoids a hoof to the face by accident.
A stealthy hoof.
The quietest hoof.
Mhm.
Okay. As Halish, you back up, taking this moment and opportunity in the quiet of it. You hear the clanging stop, as though the duel has finished in some way, shape, or form. And as this happens, the quiet that settles all around you is eerie.
Beans.
Oh no.
Who's going to attempt it next?
I'll go.
I'll aid again.
Alish is going to try to keep a lookout to see if anyone's approaching.
Very nice. It's +2.
Oh, two.
Okay, Halish. You begin
Get
to
out
look
the way
out.
here.
Ooh. Okay. Phaedrith.
What? What's
As
up?
you watch Corinne begin to move down,
Oh, wait, I was just trying to get out the I was just trying to get out of the way.
And
I wasn't trying to do
Halish.
nothing.
you begin to look around. You notice something odd. As Phaedrith goes to move, the dummies' heads have changed. You watch as Phaedrith goes to walk away. The heads have turned to watch him leave.
This is the one with the hat.
Do you do anything about that?
He would approach the dummy and remove the bag from the head as well as the hat.
Perfect.
Bum, bum,
You
bum.
grab the bag off the top of it, and underneath you see a rotted, horrid, peeled head. Before it lunges out to bite you and roll initiative.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of hats.
Phaedrith, be lucky that you asked or you wanted to move before they rolled. Because they were going to grab you, but you moved out of the way.
With their mouths.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
No. Nice.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Now the question is, how quiet can you guys make this combat?
Guess we'll find out.
All right. Let's see what we can do here. Top of the initiative itself. As you're going and holding on to the rope, you'll grant that +2 to Corinne. But as you go to grab it and help, suddenly there is the slow groan of the heads as Halish removes off one of the heads. It would seem as though the perception check was high enough to recognize that these things were going to attack and bite. And as Phaedrith goes to move out of the way, you watch as the heads begin to lurch off the top of the dummies to bite onto them. It would seem as though either Phaedrith was not quiet enough, or you two weren't, when you landed on this roof. I see that you're damaged, Itzel. Oh, right, you just never healed from yesterday. That's right.
Yes.
That's okay. Itzel, what do you do?
I would like to longsword the one that is going to lunge at Phaedrith. Oh wait, actually, can I raise my shield and then strike?
I mean, yeah, you can do that in any order. There's no consequence.
Yeah, fair enough.
There you go. So go ahead and prompt
Either
the
way.
raise a shield into the chat. Looks like you took the effect onto yourself.
Yep.
All right.
Is that okay?
Yep.
Or okay. Then I will strike.
Strike. Make sure to hit the targeting, otherwise nothing will work.
I have. Oh Jesus.
Perfect.
Nice.
Oh my God.
I forgot about the sounds. I apologize. I've been
I like the
meaning to turn the.
sounds.
Oh, you like them?
I do
do.
like them.
Okay.
They're just really loud.
Yeah, that's actually one of the 3 user volume controls that you can turn down. All right, a critical hit.
Pace.
It should be one of them. I'm not sure which one it is. I know the playlist is my music though. All right, longsword critical hit. Roll me damage. Uh, 18 damage. Yeah, all right. You bring down your blade quickly and efficiently on the one with the pirate's captain hat, right?
Yep.
All right. You sever through the tricorn hat, you sever through the base of the head, and you sever through the wooden pole stuck in through it. There is the cracking sound of a slight hit of wood and steel, and the severance of flesh and bone as it cracks onto the ground. It is super dead. And the head
Alright.
rolls in 2 pieces onto the floor.
I will
Stride.
move over here to protect Phaedrith, and that will be my turn.
Sounds good. Halish.
He draws his great sword, and then he swings it down on the one in front of him.
$18 will hit. Alright, with a heavy slash, you bring it down onto the second severed head, which stares at you weakly as you slash through its entire frame. And it also splits onto the ground, dead, with a clang.
Trying to figure out what to do with my last action. He will cast shield.
Okay, works for me. It's free once per combat. Make sure to drag that spell effect onto you. You see it? There you go. Well done.
There we go. Good.
All right. The severed head over here is going to roll off the top. You watch as its tongue almost unfurls from the mouth, and it jumps into your lap itself to bite at your throat. $10?
Nope, that's a miss.
All right, it will try to bite you again. All right. It desperately tries to roll its tongue in between your armor plates and bite down into your flesh. But you watch as its mouth begins to pour with a viscous, disgusting liquid, and you can see its teeth are atrophied and orange.
Ugh.
Corinne, what do you do from up there with the rope in your hand?
I'm gonna do a whole bunch of climb checks.
Hell yeah, you just need one. Give me one climb check.
Oh, it'll be more than one since max distance is 5.
Okay. This section specifies that you only need one check from this cliffside.
Okay.
Just thanks to its convenient location and the rope. Because you're more descending a rope than you are descending the cliff, if that makes sense. Like using your climb speed.
Okay.
Alright, so that is going to be your action to descend to here. And you'll land onto the roof. What now?
Ooh, I'll draw the blade. I guess I'll move towards this other enemy.
Towards
Down here
here?
somewhere, I think.
It's in the lap of itself.
Oh, man. Yep, that's it.
Alright. Mist in the morning.
All right, just a very smooth motion. Draw the short bow, knock an arrow, and is Corn now giving this thing cover from me?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It'll have a plus. I think actually it's giving concealment.
Concealment.
If that's correct, right, Darby?
No, it'd be standard cover.
Standard cover, alright. You have +1 to its AC.
Okay.
That's one action to draw, second action to shoot.
Yeah.
Perfect. Make sure to target that thing.
Yeah. Mm,
First shot is a miss. Get a second shot out of you?
yeah.
Alright. Two arrows are flung through the air, whistling in the wind, but unfortunately, you're not able to make the shot between Corinne and not hitting itself. That sounds like your turn.
Yep.
Phaedrith.
Sick. Can I cast telekinetic projectile to sling one of the dead skulls at the still quote unquote alive one?
You sure can. You can sling one of the one with the hat
Fantastic.
or the one without the hat.
The one with the hat. Fuck
Sounds
that one.
good.
It was trying to bite me.
it.
Kerbam.
All right, make sure to
I'm,
target.
I'm guessing that would be bludgeoning because
Yep,
it's a
and-
fucking.
Make sure you're targeting the skull,
I am.
Okay, perfect.
I am.
and then you hit attack.
And okay.
And
Nice. Yo!
It absolutely fucking destroyed.
hit roll damage.
Yippee. Oh god, that's a huge menu. I know not. I will attempt.
Yeah.
Double?
and,
Because it was.
and then I'll click double. Yep.
Okay.
All right. You want to describe to me how do you do this?
I head empty, please.
No, by all means. So as you kind of turn down, I was just wondering, how does it look whenever you use your psychic stuff? Is it just like it floats from the ground? Does your eyes glow?
Yeah, I imagine they, like, the tattoos on Phaedrith would glow red as well as their eyes, and then thing go splat.
Perfect. And as you said, head empty. As you reach down and grab one of the skulls that is split in half, it flies through the air, searing towards the other severed head. And as it jumps up out of the air to bite into Itzel, it is cracked, and you hear two skulls smacking together. If you've ever heard someone headbutting each other really hard, you know what sound is made as their skulls both crack into pieces and smash into the ground, dead.
What?
And that's the initiative. And you guys have stayed relatively quiet.
Elish will grab hold of the rope to steady it.
I'm sorry about the brain matter, Itzel.
Ah, it's fine. I'm used to fish cuts, so how different is this?
Oh, man. days, or maybe it was criminals. Had criminals up here, yes.
Whatever you need to tell yourself, Corin.
All right. No critical failure. If you wish to help Halish, you can roll me an aid check for the next one.
Yeah. I'm scrolling up to find it again. There we go.
All right, that'll be +1, an 8. An 8 isn't enough to get down. It is enough for you to, however, not take damage. So as you kind of begin to scale the cliff mist, it's just jumping off is not a wise decision.
I've just had terrible rolls all week, and
No,
it's getting to be rather
I
frustrating.
I understand. Don't worry. Do you want a hero point?
No.
Okay. Give me another climb check.
God.
I apologize. It happened.
Can I
I'm just gonna
donate
jump. I'm
a
just
hero
gonna jump.
point?
You said it's lower. It's lower to me, right?
It's 20 feet up. You'll take 10 damage if you jump.
I'll take half damage.
Oh?
Cause cat. Hold on.
Really?
I have to think.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Oh man.
I don't even care. I'm so done.
With your rolls?
Yeah.
Can I not
understand.
just
What's your plan,
eat
Phaedra?
one of my? Oh god.
I don't
Never
land
mind.
prone.
Just kidding.
Just
We're
put me over
dedicated
there.
to the jump. I was
Put
like,
me over
oh,
there.
Cats always land on your feet. All right.
Cats like jumping.
You take a moment, you look over. I assume you understand it's important to get down there, and you don't have much more time. As your allies are in combat, you stow your short bow.
I just want to move on.
You need
Please.
5 damage. All right. And together,
Halish will also gather up the 2 halves of the hat.
they are easily accessible.
Where did our duelists go?
They're on this part. No.
They were on the bottom balcony here.
Oh, okay. I'll take a peek and make sure they're not there.
Okay, you lean over the side.
Yeah.
You see the ladder. You look down, you see the empty balcony. It would seem as though one of them has stored their weapons. And there is a helm down there that is nice and shiny. And you hear the sound of a door slam within the temple.
I think I found a way in. We gotta go down a ladder, though.
Is there anyone there?
I didn't see nobody.
Is there any smoke coming out of the chimneys?
Yes.
All of them?
This one in particular has heavy smoke coming out of it. This one just light.
Any weird smells besides?
Give me a perception check. I apologize. Yes, it is not the smell of meat. It is the smell of.
I was
metal.
out. Mainly, I was out. Okay, that's interesting.
You can tell it is the smell of not a cooking fire, but a forge. You're also able to tell that these roof barrels are filled with arrows. There is 100 arrows between the two of these barrels, and seated in them are very elaborate and expensive looking wood, horn, sinew laminated bows. They are not your type of bows that you're used to, but they are there and you're welcome to look at them. You'll understand what I mean when you take a look.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd like to look.
They turn into treasure chests.
Wow.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yes.
Are the arrows tipped with anything weird?
Not from what you can tell. No.
Okay.
They just seem to be
Read
a place to restock.
I can take him if you want some? Oh, pardon?
I was going to say, itself, however, a composite bow is nothing to scoff at.
Does anyone else want?
I'm more of a sword kind of guy.
Fair enough. You don't want to take your eye out.
Well, I guess I'll lead the way, I guess.
Okay. You're going to climb down?
Yeah.
The balcony below. There are lights there. White lights. This large balcony features a narrow sand pit, 35 feet long, with a small rope partitions marking the last 5 feet on each end, and a rusty iron ladder on the southwest portion of the balcony leads up to the roof, while a door to the south leads to the keep. Don't worry, I'm bringing you over.
Thank you.
Does the scribe make it? Oh, I couldn't even see you. You're so stealthy.
I have that effect.
The torches do not glow with fire, but something else entirely.
Mist, you smell anything?
From where? What?
Nothing.
Okay, guess not.
All right. Opening the door, you find yourself within a hallway with dried blood and hardened mud that adorn the stone halls, walls, and doors.
Can I figure out what the lanterns burn with, please?
Absolutely.
What
Go
would
ahead and
that
give
be?
me. There should be an Arcana. They're odd. They're not like magic that you've seen anywhere so commonly used. Not in this coast. You take a moment, postulate with them, before it clicks. Everlight. It's a second level spell, and it allows a gemstone to spread bright light in a color of the caster's choice. They've been here a long time. These torches are not made of fire, and they will never go out. But you can destroy the gemstone, if you want to destroy the lights.
Hmm.
Jesus, there's some doors.
I think this is a perfect time, as you display this, for everyone to give me exploration activities. How's that sound?
That sounds good.
I'm extremely surprised that your Magus is in the front right now.
I got this.
My butt is clenched for you right now, Corin.
That's Corin's choice.
I'm devoted to the
I am
cause.
drawing my spear before
Um,
combat, just to
Yeah.
throw that out there.
Yeah, you got one of your spear out instead of your bow?
Yeah.
Yep, works for me. All right.
Would you guys rather that I defend, or should I try and avoid notice as well? I'll just throw that out there.
I think the only benefit to avoiding notice is that if we do get into a fight, I can roll my stealth instead of perception.
True. Yeah, that's right.
So if you have better perception, just do that.
Defend.
Yeah, I'll defend.
I just want to put one of these gemstones in my pocket. It's mine now.
The crow instinct.
Mm-hmm. The forever shiny.
So, Halish, you're making a search check, right?
Yes.
Go ahead and give me a seek/perception, please. Just so I can tell you about anything that's around.
Seek/perception? Okay, let's just do perception then.
Is a secret perception.
There you go.
You hear sounds, Halish. There is the sound of conversation coming from this door. That is all.
Turning that one.
Do you want us to confront them or no?
Well, we either confront them now, or we confront them when they see us.
Find the elder first.
Oh, okay. All right, elder. Okay. Did it sound like the elder?
No?
Okay. Double doors? Important.
A defensive battery. The room features 2 ballistae, along which each siege engine appears to be in poor condition. There is a large iron rusted grate, with a view of a wide hallway below that fills a 10-foot square section of the floor, while weapon racks on the wall hold several armaments. If you wish to inspect the armaments, you're more than welcome to.
Hold on, guys. There's windows. There's talking from the other side, so try not to peek. You see, Halish.
Someone's leaving.
Someone leaving. I look back sadly at her open door.
I was gonna say, should we be closing the doors as we go? I think we should, right?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Okay, Mist will hang back to close the doors. But wait, what if we need to get out of here real quick? Then it's also harmful to us. Anyway.
Where would you like
Did
to
I
be
hear
next?
multiple?
Well, then I'm gonna close this door.
Close that door? Okay.
Yeah. Close
Did I
that
hear
door.
multiple voices from that room?
You did not. You heard no voices from that room.
Go ahead and open it.
Seems very trapdoor-esque here. I just don't know why.
You make your way inside. There are 4 sets of triple bunk beds that mark this room as a barracks. But they've been heavily damaged, with mattress feathers tossed everywhere. Footlockers sit between the beds, bashed and broken open. There is someone in this room, but you only get the faint trailings of them. Curran, you can see, and Halish can see, a red-robed figure, scarlet-colored, leaving this room in the direction you guys came from as you open this door.
Would I make a religion check to identify if they are of a different religion?
I will give you the flash that I tried to give you before if you didn't see them. Sound good?
I saw someone with a red robe, yeah.
Did you see that?
It's like a person wearing armor, but with a red robe around them.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't see us, so. And it wasn't the elder.
Well,
This place
Well,
is
well,
very alive. What was that, Mist?
Nice.
what level of the building are we on?
Second floor.
Okay. And it's like 3 stories?
2 stories.
2 stories. But
I-
there's
I-
something underneath that guy was telling us about before.
I
Probably
saw a
want to go
trap
down.
Was it a
door right there.
Oh, trapdoor? Hold on.
Yeah.
I think this leads us back to the hallway.
Yeah, probably.
It's a shitter.
No,
Oh, that's
it's the privy. Okay, trapdoor. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Sitting
Change the setting.
as you make your way through. Elish. On this, I guess Mist and Phaedra are the ones in here. They're making their way pretty quick, right? You guys are
Yeah.
moving around pretty quick. Yeah, that's fair. Phaedra and Mist, you guys take a moment within these barracks, and you can see on this bed, nestled, is a porcelain mask with a smile in it.
Hey, where have I seen this before?
There's a QR code on the mask. Leads to the item crypt ID Discord.
Can I pick it up?
Yeah, by all means.
Give it a closer look. Sick nasty.
I will
Sure
hand it
is a
to
mask
you,
of all time.
adding it to your inventory. Do you inspect it? I assume you pick it up and you kind of flip it around.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, there are strange markings in the interior, like indentations inward. It also has writing in it.
And I try and decipher what that writing says. I do have hella decipher writing checks. It just depends on which one you want.
It is not in a language you understand, but you can roll me a decipher writing check.
Which one? I have 3 different kinds.
Could you
I'm
show me
guessing
which
in
ones?
I have
Religion,
occultism, religion, or
arcane,
society.
Occultism.
Society.
You're unsure of what it says, but you recognize one word. It is in Aklo, and you recognize a simple word in the sentence. Sin.
Wonderful.
There are
Is the-
plenty of chests in here. I'm sorry, continuing, Phaedra.
I was just saying, is the rest of it in Aklo,
Yes,
or is
it's-
it just that? Okay.
It's all in Aklo. You only are able to decipher one part of the text.
Does anybody in the party speak? No, they do not. Okay. I would like to look around the rest of the room. Maybe look at these chests and stuff.
Okay. Now, this outdoor
Okay.
space, I want you guys to realize you guys just walked outside. The 3 of you. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a
I'm
balcony.
gonna.
There is an outdoor space that is constructed entirely of stone with a crenulated wall facing outward. There is a hatch that you guys can go down into. Yes.
Wonderful.
There is also
That
the
sounds
well.
like. Yeah, but. I hope they didn't put the elder in the well, but the secret hatch. That's like a secret way to the dungeons. That's where I'll put the elder.
The well could be our escape route to the aqueduct.
Oh, yes.
Most of the room is destroyed, Phaedrith. Mist.
Okay.
But there are a few useful items and valuables. There are 7 javelins, a few arrows that have survived this chaos. They are in the southwest corner of the room in a barrel.
Hmm. I think a javelin will do me much good.
Oh, that's not an elder. The elder isn't in there. Let's keep going.
Okay, I mean,
Oh,
We got a hatch out here.
There's one thing in here.
You gonna peek your head in, Mist?
I clicked on it, so yes.
Yeah.
You can get me then.
No. There is a nasty, beautiful arrow, as Phaedrith points out the barrel, with a shaft of deep blue or black, and the fletching is exceptionally soft and downy.
Yeah, definitely catch eyes on that. I'll swipe that real quick. And it turns into a snake. No.
Phaedrith, you have no use for the javelins or the arrows here, I assume?
nope, because it's not the elder. So guess we're gonna keep moving.
Right. Let's check the trapdoor.
Swinging open the hatch is simple enough. And head down?
Yep. Go down.
Alright. I'll bring you onto the first floor.
Where could I be?
Probably should have peeked another room, but keep going.
People in it.
No, it's probably just.
I wonder how it's going to eject you guys. If this shows you guys too much, I apologize, but it forces you onto one space. That's funny. All right.
Okay. There's a door. Okay.
It cramped.
2 arrow slits sit to shoot from the outside. In here, you see studded walls facing with arrow slits that face into this area. And from the arrow slits, Corinne, you can see something
Peek.
wrong. You see Goromites. Dead. Covered in rusted armor and blood spewing from them.
Guys, got a problem. Right here, you can only see them real good in this window.
Oh.
You know, you gotta get close to the window. You can't see. Wonder what happened to him.
Nothing good, that's for sure.
The dried,
Right.
spattered blood is everywhere. The full-clad Goromite plate armor lies rotting.
There's
Their
a door back
wounds
that way.
are dozen or so spears piercing through their bodies. And you can see the grate above them that seems to have led to that siege balcony.
Okay, there's the gate.
Excuse me, miss.
Yeah,
There's more arrows here.
God, that makes that noise.
Okay. Now that we saw dead bodies, Cora's gonna take a moment and listen.
Give me a perception check. The smell of vinegar is strong in the next room, but you hear no one in it.
Okay, vinegar.
A clinic.
Okay, that's not what
Modest.
came to mind.
2 beds, a small work desk, an array of mostly empty shelves. This area is not permitted or made to handle challenging medical needs. But there are shelves full of medical equipment in here. Locked up, it would seem.
Ooh.
This is one of the fireplaces.
Mm-hmm. This
Probably.
one is unlit.
There's like 3 doors again. Alright, maybe this one. Alright, oh. Yeah. Come over here with your spear.
Should we check out the medical equipment?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
All right. Corinne, you open the door into a room full of long benches and tables. There is a double door that leads to the south and single doors that lie to the north, east, and west. But that's not the problem, Corinne. As you stick your head in and look,
God,
you
guys,
see
it's armored goblins.
what used to be Goramite worshippers in full priestly garments. But their armor has become something entirely other. It's as though its armor itself has rusted and turned into disgusting nail-like spikes from the shoulder, from the helmet, to the mouth, to the chainmail. Everything has given way to rust. They do not bear blades, but on their sides they hold nasty sickles, just as rusted as the rest of them. And as their twisted Goramite armor turns to look at you, you see their eyes, without their helm, are twinged with blotches of orange. Their faces turn into a twisted, cruel smile. And they'll attack when we come back next week. All right. Here we are. Wow, this should be an easy fight. Smile.
Yeah, just 2 of them.
Just 2 of them. Okay. I think I can actually leave you guys on this map. That's fine. All right. I appreciate you guys playing, and I thank everybody for watching. Episode 2 will be up, I promise, far quicker than the rest of them, because holy, it took me a while to post the first episode, but it's up there, and I actually put chapters in it, which is pretty cool. We'll be back next week for more exploration of Stonehome and the first combat with him. You guys have done pretty well avoiding combat so far. And, yeah, whatever that red-robed figure was, we'll see what that was. But by all means, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for watching stream,